Check.
Oh, shit.
Check.
The
What's
man
up?
wants
What's
to
up?
speak. Hold up. The man he wants to speak.
I'm opening tonight. Okay.
Nice. 1 minute.
Oh
1 minute open.
shit. Debo. I love it. I'm gonna send out your way, big dog. It's all you, man.
No, actually, you open, and then I want to say something.
Nah. You don't get to do that. You said that you wanted.
You're
so
opening
now
with
you,
your fucking new
you
picture
said
and
that you
titles.
wanted, so don't back out now. Stand 10 toes down.
Straight
Open the
10
show.
toes in, standing on business. I'll make sure I do the intro and you guys
Well,
open.
We'll follow your lead, yo.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a good show. Look up.
Super.
Look
man.
up. Look up. Hashtag look up.
What do you think of the
Hashtag
joke?
super shits.
Yeah, what do you think of the joke?
Hashtag super shits. Ah, he just starts screaming and shit. What is up? It's Sunday. We're here with the Average Boys podcast. It's your boy
Sure.
Crispy, and I am joined here with my boy Brian D from New Jersey,
Yup.
and a crazy fucking James Gunn is DC Saviors. Our boy from, I keep wanting to say Idaho, but I know it's Ohio, right?
Dang.
Why do I always want to say Idaho? It's because like the Idaho potato. That's the thing that goes in my head. But I know it's Ohio, right?
Yes.
Yes. You see, I do remember our boy Derpy Entertainment. Derpy, what's up, my boy?
What's up, Chris? How are we?
Good. It's our week, man.
Yes, it's a long time coming.
Yeah. We finally made it. We all got to see Superman, all three of us, by chance and by luck. My brother was like, "Yo, have you seen it?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna see it on the weekend." And he's like, "You know, get your shit. We're gonna go watch it right now." So my brother took me. I got to see it kind of early, so I was pretty dope. Brian got to see it early. He has the AMC shit, and Derpy got to see it because he's a G. He has Amazon. He saw it like 19 times already. It's up. MTG Fox Mulder, what's up, my dude? In the comment section says, "Sup? Oh shit, this is gonna be a spoiler episode. I'm probably gonna have to turn off the stream. We're gonna get into it a little bit. We'll probably drop some stuff early, non-spoilers. We're gonna be talking Spooderman though, Spooderman. Yeah, straight up. But Derp, you wanted to jump on? You wanted to open and say some stuff?
Wait, are we starting just straight on soup? Like this whole episode is about Superman. We're just gonna get right into it.
No. What I want to do is I do want to talk about. We did hear that there was an early screening, 30-minute episode or 30 minutes of the Fantastic Four film in Brazil.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to talk about that because, you know, we get this shit all the time when it comes. Thank you so much, MTG, man. Appreciate you. Love the podcast. Thank you, brother. We love that shit. I always want to get into this conversation because it's super important. The Fantastic Four people came out, and of course, everybody's like top of the line, fucking food chain, best movie since Thanos' nutsacks hit the screen. Like just trying to like glaze, just attack it, right? And you know, Superman came out, a bunch of some good reviews, mixed reviews, under reviews. It's all over the place. We just got to take into consideration there's a lot of people in the critics that get paid to do what they do, and we understand that. Like, fucking good on them. They get to go to the red carpet, they get to fucking touch elbows with all these dudes, and that's cool on them. But I don't know if you guys are in the same position as I am. I'm tired, man. Grandpa, I'm tired, Grandpa. I'm tired of people just not giving to me straight.
Bad.
It ain't that bad. I'm just tired of like not having a place to get like just straight facts. And we're going to do our best to give our opinions. And it's cool because I think we sit on three different spectrums of this: low, medium, high when it came to the Superman movie. And I think it'll be a good, good talk. We don't want to do what everyone else does. We're not trying to, we talked about this too, Brian, when talked about the Ironheart shit, right?
Yeah.
Where like Ironheart, like, yeah, it might not have been a good show, and we understand this. After you see the whole fucking 6 episodes, you can come to a conclusion and be like, yeah, it was kind of shitty, or it was kind of this, or it was kind of that.
Yeah.
There was some shit that was going on that they were doing it before, which is people that just hate on, the gender swap or the swapping of the characters or this and that. Like, we get it. I didn't like that shit either, man, but I'm not going to be a fucking cunt and try to, fucking stop people from eating. Just chill out, dude. Like, you'll be all right. Like, fucking, you can, fucking, what's that shit called? The girls do with their stuff where they fucking make it pretty. What I mean? Like, you can douche later or whatever. You can douche later about it. You don't gotta be a pussy about it and just go and hate something, man. Just be cool. If it's a bad show, put some facts out there and be all right.
So,
like,
does this have any coincidence to the fact that you were going into Superman wanting to hate it and actually liking it, so now you're trying to give out like this peace sign? Like,
no. It affected me during Ironheart.
It's just convenient. I'm just saying.
When Ironheart came out, like, I knew the comic book wasn't good, and we talked about it before. And where I sit on all that shit is those comic book characters were not accepted by the community in the first place. So when they dropped those comics, no one liked that shit. No one bought them. No one cared for it.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna put them into live action with that kind of response and what it's coming from as a community, I mean, what kind of entrance are you gonna get except people that just don't like it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, give it a chance, man. Like, fuck, dude. Jesus
All
Christ.
right, we'll see. We'll get into it.
Yeah. So straight. I'm not coming into this with anything different. We've talked about it a million times. We're tired and we want DC to succeed in some way. We did not have faith in fucking James Gunn. Yeah, man, he made a movie and we're going to see how it goes. So, but Derp, I know Derp wanted to say something. He saw it. Okay.
Go for it, Derp. You're live. You're on.
I just want to say two things.
Two things, Derp. Go for it.
Tonight on this episode, Brian's going to be that one Kendrick Lamar song. I hate the way you talk. I hate
Mustard.
Yeah,
no,
he's gonna be that song.
He's basically saying I'm gonna be a hater about this, and I'm gonna surprise you. Like, we all listen. I'm gonna explain how I felt, and it may not be as harsh as I was. I had some time to think about it, but like I said, I'm gonna give the space for anyone that likes this dumbass fucking movie to like it. If you want to like it,
you know what's crazy? As a matter of fact, Brian,
and then.
There's a couple of people that I saw online that are in the same factor that they were like, when they let it cook like days later, they were like, oh, all right. But
yeah, it's a nothing. For me, it's a nothing. But Dirt, what was your second one?
Second one.
First one. What was your second one?
I said this earlier. I can't believe Henry Cavill was Ultraman.
So you wanted to recycle the joke. You wasted. Okay.
I did.
Right. Okay.
I did. Yeah. I like that he sat on business. I like that shit.
He's got that in his back pocket, just waiting to. At any
you know what though? Like, I mean, fucking, I know it's a joke or whatever, but that was such a missed opportunity. Like, but again, we'll talk about that when it comes through or whatever.
And mind you, I'm not hating. I'm not hating at all.
Yeah, you're not even saying anything bad about that.
Yeah, I talked to you guys. I talked to you guys and told you my feelings, but it's not like I have a bullhorn on fucking X, or Twitter,
social media or some shit.
Yeah, like it's just bashing this shit. No,
it's just between friends.
If anything, I'm laughing at all you guys fucking going bananas on each other over a fucking mid movie.
Well, I mean, MTG's asking what's with the hate, dislike.
There's no hate.
I don't think there's any hate or dislike.
It's just not my thing. See, wait, hold on. Are we getting into it now? Like, should we?
Let's jump into it. We can jump into it with the way that we accepted it and wrote into it. Review non-spoiler. I'll put up non-spoiler right now on the banner. I'm
just gonna say right now, I'm not here to hate on it. I'm gonna just give you my
right,
view, and it is what it is.
Right, Brian. Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're gonna be able to talk about it in a little bit. It's straight. In my opinion, when it came to the Superman movie, I went in there hopeful, and I left hoping the next one's better. Hopeful, I guess. I left hopeful still, but I didn't feel quite fulfilled because James Gunn did exactly what I thought James Gunn was gonna do.
Right.
Like what? Like what? What do you mean?
Like story-wise, like all the shenanigans that he pulls. And
let me ask you a question, Chris. This is
without spoilers, though.
No spoilers. This is like the first time that James Gunn actually got to write something himself. How did you like the way that the movie was written.
It's the same shit. It was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of
Like,
the Metropolis.
but Guardians 3 though, not Guardians 1. It would have been cool if it was Guardians 1. Kind of felt more like Guardians 2, but it wasn't Guardians 1. Guardian 1 was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And that's because I don't know who I talked to, but some Derp, I think you hit me up with it once where you were like, dude, and the soundtrack is amazing. And I didn't feel the soundtrack. Like none of the music really hit for me too much. But I mean, when you hear the Superman song, like the original fucking bum 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 kind of shit, like, yeah, I mean, I feel that shit. But like the other music, I really didn't feel. Like, I don't know. But
you mean
yeah, it was James Gunny. That's all.
Okay, so you really
like the
did
needle drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So what else did you like about it? Like, listen, I'm here to hear out because I'm sharing this space with two people that enjoy this movie. Yeah. My objective this show is to find out what you two liked about this movie before I say anything.
I'll go first. Characters were good. They were fun. Minus that there were some things that I thought was a little bit weird, which was like kind of quirky, stupid, which was like the Jimmy Olsen situation. Like I wasn't really like, I didn't get that. Like,
you weren't a fan?
No,
he's the Riz Lord, Chris.
No, he's not. Like, there's no one in that movie theater that was a female that was like, damn, this guy's hot.
He was in Metropolis.
But he was in that movie.
He was being a menace in fucking Metropolis, bro.
He was out there just risen everything, man. There was no one safe. No one safe. Lex Luthor
literally you could literally just smash any chick in the whole town.
Some of this, I didn't like a lot of like the MacGuffin work, which was like everything just kind of was like, I think I said this right before we started the podcast. James Gunn gave it to us and was like, yo, I'm going to write this story like the audience isn't stupid, and then would do shit to make it be like, nah, the audience is stupid. They're just going to accept this. And I'm kind of like, well, what the fuck? Like, you didn't want to give us the beginning part that we needed or like certain backup stuff.
I get it. Yeah.
But you're going to throw this weird shit at us and be like, oh, well, you're just going to have to accept the fact that, you know, black holes and fucking kaiju and all this shit, and you just got to accept it. So fuck them. Don't even ask questions. And I was kind of like, oh, I guess, dude. Like, I mean, I get it, but
so were you able to detach yourself and then just go along with it and just have fun with it?
Yeah, because I did what everybody else did, which was like, oh, it's like the Saturday morning cartoons and shit like that. It's not a cartoon though. It's a fucking movie, and it's got to carry a franchise for the next however many years. So like, that is not an excuse to me as to sucking. Like, that's not an excuse for me. Like, it was.
Derpy, are you hearing this? Because I don't want.
I'm hearing a certified hater.
Exactly. I was waiting for you, Derp. Like, what are you doing?
All right, MTG, thank you so much, man. You gotta go watch the movie. You'll love it. We're not gonna spoil shit. But
you and Lex will be your best friend. You'll be a best friend with Lex, man.
Even Lex, dude. Lex was like, what is he like? The smartest dude in the planet, but he's like the pettiest motherfucker though. He's petty, like petty.
Certified hater.
No, yeah, well, Lex Luthor's a certified hater. He's never been written like that in his entire life of comics. Show me in comic books. You're a fan. You should show me that he's written like that. Even in the cartoon, he wasn't like that.
I'm trying to tell you, you're wasting your time asking Derpy anything this entire show. Bro. Like,
no. I mean,
I
have a cool nickname. I have a cool nickname, and it's because I'm jaded. I'm jaded as fuck, and I'm not jaded for this. I just want, like, you remember, right? Brian knows because Triggs calls me this. He's known me for years. He's like, nah, Chris is just jaded.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Like I said, the characters are cool.
Yeah.
But like, there are just things that this movie did that I would look at other people in the theater to see what they were doing, and no one knew how to respond to it. No one knew how to respond to it. Even how was
your theater when you went? Like, how was the
it was packed. It wasn't packed. At the very end, it got claps. Like, but it was very broken claps. Like, it wasn't like, you know, and it sucks to go back to this because I know Derpy's gonna be like, oh man, Marvel guy or whatever. It does not feel when you got out of like Infinity War or Endgame and people were like, when Captain America says, Avengers Assemble, like,
that's not fair. That's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair. And that's why
you mean Endgame.
Yeah. But either Endgame or Infinity War, either one. It's still not fair. It's not fair to compare to this movie.
Right.
And I was
Yeah, because that was 10 years, and that's why.
And not only that, but yeah, they had 10 years of building that, and that was like the pop moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's not where we're starting with what we have here. But go ahead.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying.
Listen, give me something positive. You said something, one positive, one negative.
Best Superman ever written.
Yeah, exactly. Give me some positive.
Let me know. Best Superman in cinematic history. Best Superman cinematic history.
I need you to explain that.
Hands down. That's David Korkenex or whatever the fucking. I don't even know his name.
You don't even know his
name. He
did
an amazing. He knew the fucking assignment, dude. And the Lois Lane chick was cool for all 5 seconds she was in the film, and then she just fucking flew a plane out of nowhere. Dude. Fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn it. That other reporter chick was just hot as hell.
Derpy, do you hear how he started off positive? He starts up positive, and then like he'll just dive into negative real quick.
Well, that's what James Gunn does with his jokes. Like he gives you what you want, and then he fucking cuts it super deep, doesn't it? With like some stupid ass like cut jokes.
Yeah. You know how I feel, so I just want to know what your feelings are and what your reactions are.
I think, like I said, the character's really good. Lois Lane was good, but she wasn't in enough. The blonde-haired chick, Kat, was gorgeous, but they just used her because James Gunn was literally like, "Yo, we need some sex appeal." The Jimmy Olsen character was a MacGuffin.
Funny story about that character, Kat. The actress is
Perry did not get enough screen time. Like none of Perry, the Daily Planet.
I would agree.
Wow.
Like none of those people got any screen time. They got about as much as Lois Lane did.
Bruh, listen, you're throwing so many characters at me in this movie. I'm fine.
I don't even know the names of these guys. I just know that they're there.
Daily Planet people? Nah, I'm good on that, bro. Like, do you understand a lot was thrown at you in this movie? Like,
yeah, it was. The action was cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool.
Just cool.
Yeah.
A Superman movie.
Yeah. I mean, but this is the most we've ever had action wise in a Superman movie.
Yep.
This is literally, other than that, it's just him falling through buildings or punching 1 or 2 times. Like he's fighting people. He's saving the squirrels and everything in the scene. Like he's saving a bunch of shit.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Do you think any of the action in this movie was better than, and mind you, I'm not a Snyder bro, but
right.
The Zod and Cavill fight. You don't think that was, where would you put that?
I think it was good, but it's those action sequences, like they're nowhere.
They're way over the top though.
No, because this shit's over the top too, Dirk.
I was gonna like what?
Yeah, you literally have like Lex Luthor. We can't talk about that yet. We can't break into it. We'll break into it a little bit later because that also was a little bit weird.
Yeah,
both of them are very over the top. I mean, in the trailer, you see that one part where like he punches a normal guy in the face and his teeth fly out. Yeah. Which if Superman hit a dude like that with emotion, like the guy's fucking face would just
fall off.
Yeah, Homelander shit all over the place. And they were just like, again, James Gunn telling us, "Hey, you're a fucking idiot. Just accept it." Like him spinning around lasers. Like doing shit in the trailer, like we're just gonna accept that none of those fucking people died falling to the ground. Like, you know what I mean? Like we just got to be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, fuck them, right? Like that was Batman versus Superman when Batman's driving around the car and just shooting everybody with a 30 cal, and we're just like, nah, those guys ain't dead. Nah, those guys ain't dead. Batman don't kill.
Derpy, I don't even have to do anything today. Like I can just have the night off. I don't even have to hate, bro. He's got this guy, Chris.
Well, I'm not even hating. It's just funny. Like they're just things that are just like, again,
I get to be a good guy.
Where James Gunn,
I think the Marvel side of him is the evil side of him.
Straight. You can tell me I'm wrong, but like where James Gunn, I feel fucked up. Is he made a movie that was like, I'm not gonna dumb the audience down, but they're fucking idiots, so I'm just gonna get away with shit anyways.
Sounds like a Marvel movie.
Yes, and that's why you would be hating this movie if that was the case. You would be hating the movie if that was the case, Derps. You would be like, oh, fuck, they messed up. But again, it's so difficult to break this movie down in such a bad way because they chose the right actors for most of the scenes.
Yeah. They
chose the right actors, and they're all doing the right thing, but it's just they're in the wrong moments in time in this fucking movie all over the place.
I guess.
Yeah, okay, so Derp,
the floor is yours. Yeah, Derp.
Hey, yo, boys, what's up, Miguel?
Yo. Derp, I'm excited to hear your review.
All right. Forget what anything Chris just said because he's absolutely wrong.
It's just an opinion.
Delete that first
delete
half,
it,
whatever you
just
just said.
delete the whole shit.
Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking do what Lex Luthor does. Delete everything. Just delete it.
This film, to me, was the perfect Superman film and the film that we've always wanted for DC.
I've been hearing a lot of people say that. I'm gonna need you to elaborate, sir. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
When we get into spoilers,
basically ever since Iron Man, basically is what I mean. For Marvel, this is the film that we DC fans have wanted for a long time.
Got it.
That's what I'm clarifying.
Okay.
To me, this film perfectly sets up a universe that we've always wanted.
Okay.
As a desperate DC fan, when I first saw this film, I was like overwhelmed with emotions of how good it was, because I was like, I'm so desperate at this point as a DC fan. Like it was so shocking that and overwhelming that I couldn't
comprehend.
Thank you.
Okay. There you go. I got you.
For me, I know you didn't like Lex, but I thought he's the best Lex, and he stole the show for me.
Okay, I mean that's good. I mean I'm not gonna shit on that. That's cool.
And last two things, Lois was cool, and she was awesome. From if you've read All Star Superman, I don't know if both of you probably read All Star Superman. Yeah. That's definitely the version of Lois come to life, basically in this. David Cornsweet.
Cornsweet, that's his name. Okay.
David.
David Cornsweet.
He was so good in this. He was so good in this. I'm from an unknown actor.
You sound like you popped one right there when you said his name, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Uncle Ruckus. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute.
You need a tag in, my boy? You want me to take over for you, bro?
I'm sweating. They make me all sweaty just thinking about him, folks. Make me sweaty. Remember the Uncle Ruckus? Oh man, they smell like lemon pine and then fucking Uncle Ruckus.
You don't ever say a man's name like that ever.
I won't, David.
Oh, that was fucking fantastic.
No, but he might be the best Superman. He might be the best.
He embodied a fucking good Superman.
So you think this is the best version of Superman?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
From a performance standpoint,
I respect that.
Yeah, I got that shit. I agree.
Mr. Terrific was cool.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner was funny. He so much stole the show for me. Crypto was awesome. He was funny. He was funny. And then we didn't really see much of Hawkgirl or Metamorpho. And that was kind of underwhelming.
Screaming all the time. That was annoying, dude.
But it was quite underwhelming not seeing enough of them. But like for how much screen time they got, they were pretty cool. Overall, for this film, I'm just gonna go ahead and rate it first off because I'm gonna get into spoilers. But I would rate this at 9 out of 10.
Wait, what?
Like you're talking about just the rating of this film in general?
9 out of 10 for me.
It's not a 10 out of 10. You just did all that and you don't give this a 10?
Well, I'm looking at it from.
He's thinking there is flaws.
There is flaws, but I'm still going to go with the 9 out of
10. I was shocked. No, I'm shocked that I thought you were going to say 10. Honestly,
yeah, that's fair.
But you know what? That's pretty cool that you're accepting the fact that there is flaws to this, because that means there is movement.
It's a weak story. I'll give it that.
Thank you. So that's what I want to say. So like Chris went in that order. You're gonna go in the opposite order. You said all the things that you liked about it. Tell me some of the things that didn't work for you, if any. You said the story.
I would say the story is weak.
Cool.
Some moments for explanation of reasoning are very weak.
Okay, so the story wise, can I ask you a question just about the story itself, or the person that wrote the story? So I kind of asked Chris this question. So now that you've gotten to see what it looks like for James Gunn to write a movie in this DC universe, how confident are you that he's going to be able to pull this off?
I'm still pretty optimistic. I mean, the next director is what's his name? Craig. Who did I, Tonya?
Okay, I like that movie.
He did I, Tonya. He's doing Supergirl, the next film.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Supergirl looks stupid as fuck, but I'll get into that later.
That's the version they're going for, man. It's Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, the stupid as fuck version, dude. But I'm excited.
Yeah, you couldn't wait to get that off, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there right fucking now. I'm gonna put that out there. No spoiler, no nothing. That bitch dumb as hell, man. That's fucking wild.
I guess it's getting the spoiler talk because he just straight up.
Nah, dude, I'm not even. We don't even need to talk spoilers.
The way you just said that was funny.
This was me 100% right now. That was me right now.
Hell,
the moment someone was like Supergirl, I was like, "Fuck that stupid."
Yeah,
shit,
David, he had that locked and loaded.
I was ready, dude. I had that
came up, bro.
in the
He was
chamber, baby.
Fire, bro.
I was in the chamber, man. I was waiting for that shit.
Here's my question, though. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Both of you.
What?
I told you about. Well, this is kind of little spoilers, but like I told you about the one scene.
Okay.
You did. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. What do you think of that?
Honestly, I think, and no spoilers, but the one scene, and I'm on the same wavelength. I know what you're talking about. I didn't like it when I heard it. I don't think I liked it when I saw it, but it didn't affect me as much as I thought it was, if that makes any sense.
Okay, that makes sense. What do you think, Chris?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just move on.
The scene I messaged you on.
Because I don't think he understands what part we're talking about. I get what you're putting down. Like I get what you're putting down, but I don't think Chris
About the leaks.
About the leaks?
Yeah, the one scene.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, he's not gonna get it.
Okay.
He's not gonna get it. Let's just
he knows.
So what else?
You just pulled it up though.
While he thinks about it, Derpy, tell me some other things that may have not worked for you. Was it just a story and that was it, or was there anything else that stood out in this movie that you?
I would just say that some explanations of reasoning of why, like, some stuff was easy to get out of and not very complicated to get out of, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I get it.
Without a good explanation how they got out of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where there's like a lot of shit where James Gunn threw some shit out there and was like, "Nah, they're stupid. They'll just accept it anyways."
Right.
That sucks though. That sucks because we're expecting story.
But overall, like, it's not a bad film.
No,
if you look at it, it's fun. Most everyone's saying it's fun, which I agree with. It's just a fun film, more than you can take it like a serious film.
So you agree with all of the?
I would agree
that it's one of the better Superman movies, and it works for you because that's the consensus from what I've seen.
Despite the language, yes.
Got it. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Well, that was. I'm kind of inspired a little bit more, but not really. Hey. I'll never see this movie again. So are you guys gonna ever see this movie again in the theaters?
I'm seeing it next Saturday.
I just saw it today. I just saw it on but I pirated that bitch. I ain't gonna pay for it no more.
That's not what I'm talking about, Chris. Like, are you gonna this motherfucker, bro? Like, are you gonna physically
James Gunn? Pow, bitch. You can't tell me that wasn't the dopest shit you ever heard me say, man.
Yo, you're on something tonight, bro. I don't know. You're funny as hell tonight. I might just be high as shit too. But anyway. But sir, you're not gonna physically go to the movie theaters to see this again?
No, man. Fuck no, man. That's money, bro. I could go buy like
I'm seeing this coming
30
Saturday.
double cheeseburgers from McDonald's with that shit. Fuck that movie, man. I mean, it's cool if you saw it.
Wait, how many cheeseburgers was it?
Fuck it, no, you can't do like 30. You have to be like 27, right? Let's be reasonable here. It's like
30 was funnier. 30 was funnier. That was funny.
I would totally buy fucking 27 burgers.
I would too. Before
again,
I would spend money on fucking cheeseburgers before I saw.
Yeah, and it's nothing bad. Like the movie, like I said, it was all right. Like I mean, but I can't do it a second time.
Yeah,
but I'll watch this shit for free on Pirate. Fucking whatever the fuck.
All right, listen. Before we proceed, do you guys have anything?
I gotta pay that guy no more money. Dude.
Do you guys have anything else to say before I give my quick thoughts on this movie?
Yes.
Fuck him up.
Go ahead.
That's all I wanted to say.
You gonna call me a hater? Go ahead.
No, I want to hear negative
Not
shit
you.
because I want to hear negative shit.
I was talking about fucking Dirt.
I always love hearing Brian fucking tearing the movies like this.
No, you don't. Dirt, you're good.
Yo, I want to. You know what? I do have a question.
Every time I ask him, I can't hear her.
It's because he's fucking. What's his face from The Fifth Element? Corbin Dallas.
Corbin Dallas.
Corbin, what do you think of this movie?
That's probably the most spot on dead accuracy I've ever heard.
Yeah, he comes out. He's like, it was great.
All right, go ahead, Chris. What were you saying? What were you saying, Chris?
Corbin Dallas. How did Michael Betancourt like it, man? I haven't heard Michael Betancourt talk about it.
He didn't see it yet. He didn't see it yet. He's seeing it on Tuesday. So that's the reason
he even
why
has a Superman shirt.
Yeah, you brought up asking him to be on today, and I wanted to say I don't think he saw it yet. As far as I know he has plans to see it Tuesday, so he might not have wanted to be included.
Damn, that would have been dope. Michael Betancourt would have been cool because I feel like Michael Betancourt would like this movie.
Yeah, I think honestly, from what I've gathered so far, I think this movie would have to be totally shit for him not to walk out enjoying it.
Yeah,
just
he's like my boy Derps, man.
My guess on that one.
My boy Derps, he's supportive, true DC fan.
Yeah,
I'm not that big a DC fan.
Yeah, me neither. I love Superman, but I'm not that big. And again, I'm not a big. I'm not standing on either side. Fuck the Snyderverse. I wasn't waving my fucking flag for that shit to come back, bro.
Yeah, 100%. You can ask anybody that knows me. I think Zack Snyder was a fucking idiot, dude. The way he was gonna do the apocalyptic scene, I tore into that bitch so many times, and I was like, this fucker does not understand the DC universe at all. The fucking
you remember
Lois Lane bangs Batman, has a baby, fucks over Superman. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You don't know shit about DC universe, dude. You never fuck with Lois and Superman. You never
read one comic, and that was The Dark Knight Returns. And
Zack Snyder's about to get freaky, bro. We got out just in time, bro, because he's about to. Wow,
he was gonna do some
bug out.
Can you imagine, dude?
He's about to bug out, yo.
Bro, and then Superman was supposed to kill Batman. Lois was dead. And then has a turn of heart, and then raises the fucking child as his own. So Superman is raising a non-super powered. Yeah, that's what Zack Snyder wanted to do. And Superman was supposed to raise a son with no superpowers. He doesn't even have a fucking superpower.
Don't give Derpy ammo, bro. Just
eat that motherfucker out of here, bro. Eat that baby.
He's just eating this shit up.
He shows up to fight Darkseid. He's got the baby, and he just throws the baby at Darkseid and just flashes him.
I have one last thing to say.
Go ahead, go.
Now let me say I'm the biggest hater.
Say that. I hate the way that you. I called that you're going to call me a hater. Okay, quick review on this.
Get it, Brian.
I went in trying to be as neutral as I possibly could. Within the first 20 minutes of it, I kind of realized this wasn't going to go the way I wanted it to go. So I sat there and I tried to understand what the fuck it is I was watching. I kind of did spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I was watching. It was beautiful. You know what I got from this movie is that I like James Gunn as a director and not a writer. And I don't know who said it.
That's fair.
And I don't know who said it, but Lois Lane to me was probably the best. It's right on par with character development as anyone in the fucking story. Mm-hmm. She did a phenomenal job with Lois Lane. For me, that's my favorite. I will give you this. That is my favorite depiction of Lois Lane so far.
I would agree.
And so I got to give flowers. Like I said, I'm not here just of complete hate. There's just things that are big that they fucked up on with me. The little things like the casting, I think they fucking nailed that shit.
100%.
I didn't think I was gonna like Lex as a Nicholas Hoult. That's his name, right? I didn't think I was gonna like him. I don't think I'll put him over Gene Hackman. I'm not ready to say that, but it was good. It was okay. I just didn't like his I think I said this to Chris when I talked to him initially. I was like, I like the actors, but I don't like what they were given.
Yeah.
Like they did the
That's
best. They did the best they could with what they were given, and that falls on James Gunn. And I think it's fitting because the entire rollout,
Some of the editing was messed up a little bit just because.
I was wondering why I saw so much fucking James Gunn and not enough David Cornsweet. Like that was weird to me, but now it makes sense. Like this movie was gonna live and die, or be viewed that way on James Gunn, bro. It was gonna follow him no matter what. So
Right.
he was front and center a lot of this, which I thought was a little bit weird. But I like my James Gunn as a director. I think I'm good on him writing. But it's visually good. I don't think James Gunn could give you a visually bad movie, even if he fucking tried. It was good. He doesn't miss in that aspect. I will give you that. I do think he's made other movies that were better than this one, personally.
Right.
And then the numbers, like the numbers made me realize probably one thing more than anything is that we get so tied up in what like the arguing that we have online and all that shit. We think like that's a bigger world than what it is. And when the numbers come out, you realize that it's such a small section of fandom and public that you can't fake the numbers, bro. Like you can't. We can argue all day about who's the best, which movie's the best, how much money you make, but like when you talk about how much money something makes, like you can't fake that. And from what I'm seeing, with all the bitching and complaining from the Snyder side and the James Gunn side, I don't see where anyone fucking wins with this. Like this movie made basically just as much as Man of Steel. Like it made basically the same amount of money, if not less. So it was like, what the fuck was the argument about? Like we got the. I'm just confused. I'm confused where that came from. That's it. But I this movie wasn't for me, and I'll leave it at that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I kind of don't even get the idea of people arguing about what Snyderverse or this and that. Snyder sucked. Like James Gunn
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he sucked.
But the thing is, okay, so this is the problem with Snyder. Snyder's a visualizing guy. He's kind of like the same way James Gunn is working, because he did 300, he did all these fucking movies, and visually they're stunning, but the guy can't write for shit, and I don't give a fuck who says he can.
No, you're explaining exactly.
Yeah, it was Rebel Moon. I don't know where Rebel Moon was the same shit. Like Rebel Moon, like the visuals are cool, but you fucking put it on paper and it sounds dumb as shit.
This is something that we brought up a while ago. Is how much access should we give creators with running things? Yeah. Like it's gonna be hard. James Gunn is a creator. Him running a whole studio may be challenging as a creator, bro. Like that's gonna create challenges for him. And I would have liked a better story initially, right out the gate, to make me feel comfortable about that. Like it's gonna like it's gonna be hard being a creator doing that, bro. And it would have been for anybody. The same thing with Snyder. Like he is a creator. Let him create. Don't make him worry about the PR and the numbers, and that's gonna be his downfall. We're gonna see way too much of James Gunn, and James Gunn is not a person that we should be seeing so much of. I don't think personally. Like he belongs creating, and that's where he's good at. So
All right, boys. So what do you think? It's 8:41. We're like 4 minutes off. Should we get into spoiler talks?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
First off, though, one thing.
Yeah. Go ahead. Here
we go.
Gotta write
Elmo was hacked.
Who?
Elmo got hacked.
Elmo, explain.
Their Twitter got hacked.
Elmo?
Oh, that's got to be unhinged.
It's bad. It's really bad.
That sounds unhinged.
Are you talking about like the actual
Elmo? Yeah.
The fuck?
So it's basically just the Elmo Twitter just going rogue.
Yeah, really bad. Like really bad.
Is it cussing and shit?
It's probably even worse than that.
Is it worse than what James Gunn did?
Yo, if you had access to the Elmo fucking social media, you wouldn't just go bananas, bro.
I don't know. James Gunn does it on his personal account.
That's your. Oh, I like that shot. That's your time to shine. Is you hacking into the Elmo Instagram or Twitter, bro? That's some bizarre.
I don't know, man. James Gunn did it on his own.
Oh god,
I'm still gonna call that motherfucker out every day I get.
That's a shot at you, Derpy.
That's why I don't get red carpet, man. That's why they don't call us for red carpet shows.
Me, I would probably be up for debate because I could play defense. You wouldn't make it at all, though.
Yeah, they would totally fucking be like, "No, we got to get this guy out of here, bro."
Yeah, make it.
He just told this dude about his wife or whatever. All right, boys. Spoilers, boy.
Spoilers.
Corbin Dallas. Spoilers talk, boys. Superman, guys. We're hitting the 8:45 mark. This gives us a good amount of time to really sit down and break down the film. If you haven't seen it, I understand. We want to say thank you if you don't want to chill out and watch.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
But yeah, we're gonna start 8:45. I'll let you guys give a little bit of opportunity if you guys want to bounce. But if you want to sit here, chill out, and talk spoilers of Superman, by all means, hit us up in the comment section. I got hit up by a couple of people during the week. Rob, of course, Derp, Chrissy, one of our followers here in the chat, one of my friends from high school. She saw it and she was like, "Yo, this movie was very James Gunny," and I didn't give a shit about it. So it's kind of an uphill battle for a lot of people that are saying, like, you know, in Derpy
this movie scaled 68% male. No women went to go see this movie.
Chrissy's the only one. She was at 68%. Congratulations.
Well,
Chris.
no, she was part of the 40 whatever the fuck. But yeah,
out of the eight people that saw it.
Yeah, this movie scaled exceptionally high for males and also males under 35. So not a lot of people over 35 saw this movie.
Just me and Brian, actually. Brian, yeah, man, we're over 35. They can get my money for one time. I'm going back to
the demographic. I believe the demographic that I saw it the most. I think it was Caucasian, and then it was Hispanic, and then it was Black, then it was Asian. Like that's the breakdown.
Now we're just fucking things up.
Yeah. Well, you guys are honestly, you guys are supporting a lot. Like the Hispanic movie going is like up, like a lot.
Well, it's because we ain't got nothing else better to do, man. We're just always running from the cops or whatever.
It's up a lot. Like
just running from ICE and everything. So we gotta. It's the only place we can hide. They can't see us in the dark room, man.
Yeah.
I sent the messages.
All right, boys. All right, let's get to spoilers. Fucking Brian. I'm telling you. All right, I'm gonna what's up, Hobby? We're about to start talking spoilers. I hope you've seen the movie. If you have, by all means, gentlemen, jump in the comment section and let us know what you want. Let's start it off fresh. Fuck James Gunn for the beginning of that movie with his bullshit fucking call of writing font and being like, oh, 300 years ago, metahumans, 30 years ago, Superman, 30 minutes ago, he got his ass kicked. Bam, lands in the ice. Oh, look, I found the Fortress of Solitude. Fuck out of here with that beginning of that story. Derpy, please tell me why.
So, Derpy, before you answer this,
pull up the song again.
I was gonna say, so no, Derpy, please, just to let you know what's going on now, like now Chris has, like, before the non-spoilers saved you. Yeah, the non-spoilers saved you. Now you're fucked because now.
And I'm not even hating on it yet. I haven't even
just get ready.
I am 100% right now still believing that this movie is good for a family movie, bad for a movie, like in general, like just in general, it's bad. Characters fucking fantastic. I'm on the same boat, but the story and the way that James Gunn wrote it was fucking bad. Now, again, I was never a fan, and I don't know how you guys felt about this. I was never a fan of people coming out being like, nah, bitch, we don't need origin stories. Like, fuck all that shit. We know superheroes.
Are you a James Gunn fan?
Do
you call yourself a James Gunn fan?
No, fuck no. I hate James Gunn. I think he's a piece of shit for what he did years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. That's like R. Kelly. Like, the guy, like, Boondocks.
I knew that, but I kind of think it's important to understand where we all stand with James Gunn.
But again, Boondocks. Boondocks. R. Kelly can write music, but that motherfucker pissed on a kid once. Remember that episode?
Of course, yeah.
That one fucking that one sentence is me. James Gunn, I know the dude is a creative and he's an artist at what he does, but he wrote some inappropriate shit about fucking kids, and I'm never gonna forget that. But I can remove that from how good his art is. If he can paint, that's cool.
That is wild.
But I'm not gonna fucking like forget that he did that shit. So removing his bullshit from the past.
Yeah.
understanding that he's an artist and understanding that he's a director and a visual guy, why would he start the movie after like a bunch of information that we needed, like the what is it, the Hammer of Bolivia or whatever? I don't know what the fuck that place is called. But Derp, where the fuck did Derp go? Did he already quit?
You were talking too much shit, bro.
He already quit. We didn't even start. What's up, Nina? Good to see you.
You were talking way too much shit for him, bro.
I didn't even start. We haven't even started. Goddamn.
He probably just lost connection.
Yeah, he probably lost connections.
He'll probably be back. But go ahead. Go. So wait. So
you're Derpy sent me the Elmo thing. So yeah, like I said, well, Derpy will come back in, I hope.
Yeah.
What do you like, Brian? Okay, so I've told you guys this before. I tell people how important it was, and we talked about this before, weeks before this, on how important it is to understand what Superman we're getting developing by. Yeah, look, Derpy, you better not sit this. Look, he said, I'm going to sit this one out. LOL. You're fine, dude. You better come back, dude. Derp, we love you, man. What is it on why the factor that James Gunn would start a film in that nature after a fight scene?
Honestly, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the way that it started. Again, like there are aspects of this that I liked. I don't mind the pacing. If you're gonna do a fast-paced movie, there are certain things you have to nail. And for me, I just don't think that they spent more time on. There was a lot of talking in this movie, and I just don't know where it was spent. Because some of the aspects that should have driven home, it just missed the mark for me a little bit. But again, I'm not going to turn this into a me bashing this movie, because I do understand there are a lot of people that enjoyed it. Derpy being one of them. Yeah, so it's like it is what it is. Like I think that we should be able to say if we like something or not like something, and I don't think I'm being mean about it. So it's like I'm giving it respect. It just wasn't for me, and that should be okay for anybody. So
I thought it was interesting to start the film with a crawl,
okay,
like a scene with font, because
but we knew that. Okay, but wait, I gotta call bullshit because we knew that was the beginning of the. We've been seeing that scene for months.
No, but we were assuming that was going to be after the attack. He was going to fight the Hammer guy. He was going to get hit away, and he was going to land, and then he was going to.
I was under the impression that was the beginning of. I think it was presented to us as a clip of like the first 30 minutes of the movie.
I never thought it was going to start that way. I thought it was going to be like there was going to be a fight scene. He was going to get his ass kicked by he never fought the Hammer guy. Like technically, he never had. Or there was nothing about the Hammer guy that was established. Mm-hmm. The only thing that we got from the Hammer was he comes out and speaks, and then all of a sudden he takes a black hole, whatever the fuck that we just didn't even know was established, and then all of a sudden it's not the clone but Ultraman, right? And that's what we were just supposed to accept. There was no explanation of like, okay, well, how did Superman get his ass kicked? How did he get his ass kicked that bad? Like, were they trying to be diplomatic?
Okay, all right, but then you got to see that the person that did that kind of
later on
did it some more. So that wasn't enough for you. Like to me, I'm not gonna nitpick on that aspect. Like I'm not gonna. To me, that wasn't what turned me off to it. I just think the overall story. So if you're asking me if that was weird,
if that was anything a big factor,
I don't think it was for me. No.
But what about the factor that when they land, you get the story plot that they were already in search for his Fortress of Solitude, which we didn't even know was established in the film, nor had it ever really been, except for Christopher Reeve's film. Yeah. Like, how did we know, and how did he have it established? How did anything happen where these people automatically knew that he had a base?
Okay, but I think I mean, that was one of the things that was explained. Like, if anything, later we got an explanation as to why that happened. So it's like, if you want to pick out something that was never explained, I'm with you, because there are some areas in there where that applies. But something like that, we gotta just take it with a grain of salt, because it's like that. At least that was explained. It might not have been explained right then and there, but at least at some point they dove into that, and it was a part of the bigger story.
I mean, for me, it's one of
They
those
got
things.
around to it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed
I mean,
to
but
other
that is,
things that they never touched on.
but usually, like maybe it's just the factor that I'm just used to like the old school way, I guess, of filmmaking, where like if you're gonna have something like that, there's a build up to them needing to get there, because you're establishing the idea that Lex Luthor already came with the explanation that he knew he had like some kind of like hiding base or something, not the fact that he just went to Kansas. You know what I mean?
Because what's their name? The mechanic, what is their name? The creator,
The engineer.
the engineer. Yeah. So the engineer, obviously, that's what she. I mean, to me, it looked obvious that that's what she was looking for. She was looking for that specifically. So somehow, over the 30 years, Lex caught wind that he's got this home base, and that was the mission on the opening of the movie. See, it's explained.
Kind of. It's kind of like what Javier says. He makes a good explanation because that was the other one, the DNA. Like, you know, they walk into the Fortress of Solitude, the doors just open up.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, wow, how did that work? Unless, you know, I mean, it's shown earlier that the dog gets in because he just barks or whatever. It never really explains how the doors open up.
Okay.
And then later on, he's like, oh, we got into your base because we knew it was going to take DNA, and I got your DNA from this.
But if you're asking an explanation, then that's your explanation, is that they got the DNA. If
yeah,
you
but
it's a totally different question if you're asking how do they get the DNA. Now you're asking for like
those type of things in film when it comes to writing are called MacGuffins. Like it's just put out there that it's like, oh, this is going to be a question, so here's the answer.
Yeah,
like the DNA thing. Like how was he able to establish that he found one piece of hair? Because he literally says it was from a piece of hair on the battlefield. Yeah. How did he find that one piece of hair on the battlefield to get this going on? I'd understand blood. I'd understand all this other stuff. And then not only that, like at the fucking very end, dude, the only thing that disappointed me in this film, this is why I want Derpy here to kind of get the idea of this. Like the black hole is established. The clone is thrown into it. He's known as Ultraman here.
Yeah.
So that means in some weird way, I think James Gunn is going to go for the idea that this clone of Superman creates the crime syndicate in the alternate universe.
Okay.
So now we have Ultraman, crime syndicate, which is the Tales of Tale of Two Earths or whatever, Crisis on Two Earths.
Yeah.
But that's a multiverse. That's already an established Superman that should be there already. But Lex Luthor in our world now created that. There is no multiverse in that.
All right, but then don't you think at that point you're asking too much? Like just looking at the pacing of this movie, don't you think that
was a lot?
You're asking too much of them at that point. Like if like I said, within the first 10, 15 minutes, you understand just how fast this goes, at least in the first 20.
Yeah, 100%.
You understand how fast this goes. So at that point, you just have to gear yourself up that you're not gonna get as much in-depth detail about, you know, a lot, and you're just gonna have to go with it. You know, just I guess.
I mean, and that's what I'm talking about. Where there's a lot of these points where James Gunn's kind of like, we're just gonna have to accept it. Like, like no matter what, you might not like it, but this is what I did.
This is what it is. Yeah.
This is what it is, and we sit there, and you know, we have these moments where some of us want to be critical of the film because we think later on we've seen so many other films that have attempted things like this and they just don't work correctly. Yeah. And it's not the factor that it's like it has to be a mathematical equation with variables. It's just the factor on how we feel as fans that are embedded and invested into these characters. Lex Luthor being super petty, him locking people up in multi dimensions, it just makes him seem like a child.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, and not to cut you off. So you're telling me things that didn't work for you in the spoilers. Now that we are in the spoilers, tell me something that you did like that you can say out loud.
Okay, things that I did like is I liked the relationship that he had with his family. I like the going back to the home, establishing that the farm is kind of like his Elysian field in the Greek mythology. That's where the gods go to heal. Yeah, like it's his place. Like so that means later on when we start getting like the bigger villains like Mogul and we start getting Darkseid, like they're gonna fuck that place up. Like they're gonna fuck the farm up. You know what I mean? Because you know that's the setup. The setup is like that's his sanctuary. What's up, Sal? Good to see you, my man. That's gonna be his sanctuary, and that's gonna be where like the Zods, like the big heavy hitter villains, like they're gonna smash that place up.
See, for me, that scene with the family, that to me was the best scene of the entire movie.
Yeah, 100%.
It was probably the best scene in the entire movie, and it was weird though a little bit because I don't think they earned that. Like that scene could have smacked had they worked on that. Just even
and
a little bit.
It did in a way, but
and
it just
did, like
didn't
saying,
have
like,
anything.
It did, but they could have really nailed that whole, like that could have been done so much better if they just given just a little bit more time.
What did I tell you? We talked to each other on the phone a couple of days after I saw it. I think like 2 or 3 days. And I even told you at the part when he's sitting with his dad that when he was talking about, who he is as a man and what he believes he is, like all that stuff, it choked me up. And you were like, come on, Chris, like, don't fucking give me that. But it did. And I understood where you were like, again, they didn't establish anything about his foundation with his family, which is where Superman gets his morality from. His humanity comes from there. And it was such a fucking stupid idea to be like, oh no, his whole shtick is he got it from a fucking 30-second video they play when he's hanging out in the fortress or whatever. And it's like, I get it. You're the Spock. You're this last living remnant of your world. The only connection you have to it are these videos or this video that's corrupt or whatever. But the problem with it was it's so easy to manipulate media in that format that the ending of that video could have just been made up by the engineer or Lex Luthor, who, mind you, created a fucking black hole that even Mr. Terrific was like, you can't do this. Like, it doesn't make sense. And we just had to accept that shit, right? But again, like, he could have just manipulated it and the entire city turned against him within like 5 seconds. And they've known him for 30 years. A dude that gave him a falafel is pulling him out of the ground. 30, 40 people standing around him while he's fighting a dude that could destroy the city. And everyone's just chilling that they're like, come on, man, Soups, you know better than that. You should have ducked when you should have weaved. And all this shit.
Hold on, I remember you saying that earlier, but then, like, I don't know, for some reason, like, when you said that stuck out to me, and I let that like linger for a second and to understand what you meant about that.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you really want to play devil's advocate, you can say that that's the kind of culture we live in now. Like, it's a good representation of what
the World Star.
Oh yeah, not even World Star, but just like people turning on you on the drop of a dime,
100%.
and things like that. So it's kind of like I get what James Gunn was doing there after thinking about it. Like,
yeah, it's like NPC stuff, right? It's just
one of the better stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, I think there were elements of that there, and that's what kind of frustrates me, is because I think there was so much dialogue and so much talking that they could have rerouted those words into something that actually meant something at the end of the day. That's my only gripe about the movie, to be honest.
No, I 100% agree. There were just things like, again, mind you, all the characters are great.
Yeah.
The dialogue between each other was good at most. Some of it a little bit wonky when it started to get to the joking matter that James Gunn gets into. I liked the way Holt did Lex Luthor.
Okay.
The gun scene, dude, that was like spot on, the craziest, coolest scene like in that whole film. When they have the falafel guy and he does the revolver and he shoots him, he's like, oh, I thought that was gonna be longer. Well, I guess I'll come back with someone else. And then he's like, well, I guess I'll go after that reporter you hang around with. What's his name? And I thought he was gonna say Lois. And he's like, that Clark Kent guy. And I was like, oh.
That kind of threw me off. That kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah, because you were kind of like, oh, man.
You've been studying this guy for fucking 30 years.
You can't figure it out. Fucking Guy Gardner figured it out.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, okay, but that's
too,
to me, I think I would put that in a category of just nitpicking. Personally.
Yeah, nitpicking. Well, I mean, fuck. I mean, but that's the whole shtick of these characters, is their secret identity. Like, it would have been interesting if, like, mind you, we started off the movie with the engineer already looking for the Fortress of Solitude, with us not knowing that was the mission. We didn't know that. So we just, like, the moment this bitch lands and she's like, I see the base in Carayo, and she's saying all this shit in Spanish, I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, I've seen her in the trailer. I read comics. I know who she is, but the person next to me doesn't know. The person next to me don't know. They're kind of like, why? What? How did this chick even know? Like, why does she have a jetpack on her back? Why she got fucking roller skates on her feet? Like, you're asking questions because you don't know who these characters are.
Okay.
Like, nothing's established. Nothing was established when they introduced.
So you would have rather them turn this into like a 3.5 hour movie to get that done? Like, I'm curious as to what I think done.
I think they literally should have just cut out the fucking like the long ass fucking shot of the thing going up, the dog tearing up, the little jokes. Just take out all the little stupid fucking jokes for once.
Okay, but then then what would be the difference between? All right, so if you take the jokes out of it, what makes it a gun movie?
What if by chance they would have removed that scene where the fucking Justice Gang is fighting that stupid shit in the back? Mind you, that was supposed to be Mr. Missileplex.
I actually liked that scene.
That was cool. Like the Mr. Missileplex, them fighting in the back, like that was literally Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when they're fighting the fucking weird ass things in the beginning. Groot's dancing and doing nonsensical shit.
1000%. And I enjoyed it.
And that's what it's for, but it was nonsensical. It didn't matter. They could have done that to at least establish the fight scene at the beginning, or him like the hammer of Boromir or whatever. It could have been him like punching Superman and Superman getting launched out, and then him turning around and being like, yo, fuck you all, you guys come to my country, I'll kick your asses. And then Superman lands. And you're kind of like, oh fuck, Superman's getting his ass kicked by this dude. There's so many ways he could have done it, and he did it in a stupid fucking way.
Fair enough.
And it kind of
what were your thoughts about the quote unquote Viltrumite aspect of the movie? Did it hit you? Because we all knew it was coming, right?
I had totally forgot about that. You know that?
We definitely talked about it.
Yeah.
But it's true. And so it's like, did it hit as hard as you thought it would have?
No, I thought the big reveal was going to be at the end where Lex Luthor and him were doing their dialogue and arguing. And he's going to be like, I was hoping that video I manipulated was going to fuck you up or whatever. And Superman was like, what? And then Superman was going to realize his parents were not pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Because all that movie did is at the end was establish that his family from Kryptonite were fucking assholes. That's all it did. So now all that whole shtick of him being like, oh son, you're going to be a great ass. Like everything that fucking what was the actor in the first film with Christopher Reeves? The dad was the guy who made Alfred Hitchcock, right?
Oh
no, was it? It was a famous the dad Kal-El. Yeah, his dad Jor-El in the first film was it wasn't Christopher.
No, but the Christopher Reeves movies though. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
I don't remember which actor. I don't remember which actor, but I
remember
it was someone.
Yeah, it was Marlon Brando.
Brando.
Marlon fucking Brando. Marlon Brando in that film is literally telling his son that he's going to be the greatest thing to ever be. Brando, thank you, Javi. He's going to be the greatest asset to whoever he lands, and he's going to bring joy, and he wants him to be a great man. Can you imagine? All of a sudden, there's like a blah, 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 and then he goes and fuck bitches, bro. Get money and fuck bitches. But you can't.
And this is what. And this is again going back to the dialogue that I see online. This is where the paths get crossed. Is because you're not supposed to compare this. From what I'm guessing, with the fans of the movie, with Warner Brothers and James Gunn, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to compare this to anything.
But he wants us to compare it to the fucking cartoon. It's even worse because the cartoon character parents are even nicer.
I don't know if that's their goal, but I know a lot of people have been saying that it's like a cartoon come to life. I don't see that. But
even the crawl title at the title is the Superman from back in the day ripping the fucking shirt or the chains off and
I get it.
The thing is like most people that are doing this shit that they're trying to nitpick and they're trying to be like, no, I want you have to go in there and compare it to cartoons or compare it to the films or the TV shows, but not at this time. Don't do it at this time. Don't do it at that time. Don't compare it to this at this time. And it's like, well, what do you want us to do then? Do you want us to go in and not compare it? Or do you want us to go in and compare it? Because the idea is every time that they establish a Jor-El, even the fucking Gladiator guy, what's his name? The one that was his dad in Man of Steel wasn't like, oh, hello, son. You chose a great. harem to add to your harem instead of just being like, hi Lois, like thank you for loving my child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's never been only in this absolute bullshit Superman that everyone's all hyped about because he's Homelander is why no Silver Age Superman works nowadays. This has been my biggest argument, Russell Crowe. Thank you, Javi. I'm so bad about these names. Fucking dude, everyone's like telling me the names in the fucking comment sections. I'm fucking you hear me, man? Like I'm all over the place because again.
No, I'm looking something like I'm listening, but I'm looking up something at the same time. Can I ask you a question? Well, let me tag in real quick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let me ask you a question. So there was a question that I had that I wasn't gonna bring up because I didn't want to hurt Derpy's feelings. But I have a question for you, Chris. Now that it's just us, I think I can ask you this question.
Yeah.
You don't think that there's anything to that when the Rotten Tomato scores for the public, for the viewers, when it came out, it was only available for the people that saw the Amazon screening, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started off with I think the first 500,000, it was up to a 96, right? I think the highest I saw was 96. And then the next time that I checked, it was 5,000 verified ratings, and it went down 1%. It went down to 95. Mm-hmm. So from 1,000 to 5,000, it went down 1%. And now it's sitting at 10,000, and it went down 2% more after that. Is that not weird to you a little bit, bro?
I mean, again, it's different when you go see a movie like this and you let it cook, because the overall, it's like the excitement of it, right? We're getting Superman. There's a bunch of love and dedication people have for this character, again, because it's a legacy character.
Okay.
It's your grandfather's Superman, your grandmother's, your parents, everyone loves this character. But again, the person who's writing it is used to trauma films. So he's used to the really edgy comedy, dark humor stuff. And now he's having to step a huge amount back to create a character that he probably doesn't feel comfortable writing in the first place.
I don't want to guess. Hold on. With this question, I think it's important. I don't want us to get too far off. My question is
establishing is
that not weird to you? Is that not or does that seem normal to you? That it opened at a 96 and
it started to drop as days
not passed. Even, but it only dropped 3% from the one that it opened to the ratings that it opened at 500 to 1,000. Now at 10,000, it only dropped 3%. I don't know, bro. Do
you think they're filtering? Is that what?
I don't know, man.
It could be. I mean, we've seen this a bunch of times before.
If it was if it was that good, it would have went up, or it would have went dramatically down.
But it started high,
I think. So then it has nowhere to go but down, right?
But down,
and it only went 3%. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it could be getting a positive response from a lot of people, because that's the thing. You and I talked about this, and the problem with it is, one, we're adults. And I just don't think that James Gunn made this movie for us. I think he made it for a family movie, a family generation movie.
Yeah, no, I can't. Of course he did. That I get.
So we like the edgy, we like the action. The only thing I've heard that's bad about this film is there's not enough edge to it. It's just safe. That's literally safe, if you break it down, it's James Gunn. Safe.
That was another aspect of this that I think I brought up to your attention. This was a safe James Gunn movie, and I don't know if I like that. I think I like my James Gunn with a little edge, bro.
But that's the thing. Superman isn't that. It is the most.
But do you understand how cool it would have been if James Gunn was just able to be?
That's why we have Invincible and Homelander and all the other fucking shows.
It would have been that, bro. It would have probably turned into that, bro.
I think it would have been more Invincible than The Boys, if anything. But I mean, would you really want to see Superman in that limelight?
Bro, if you're gonna change him and you're gonna do something different, why not? Fuck it. Why go half-ass? Just go full-blown James Gunn, bro.
And the reason why is because
listen, I'm a James Gunn fan. I don't there's not a movie that I didn't like. Like I think the only one to me that's questionable is Suicide Squad, but like everything else is legit, bro. So it's like,
but in Marvel, he had to stay in his lane. In Marvel, he had to stay in his lane after he got fired.
But that's the beauty of it, and that's why I hark back to the statement that I made before: is that I like him as a director.
Yeah.
Because when he has something that's a good script that he can execute, that's where his strong. That's where his strong point is.
Yeah.
I'm not sold just yet on him being the creator of everything.
But at the same time, too, he does really good when it comes to a character that no one knows of. Like if it's a character that has no backstory, no nothing, like he can fuck around with it and do his own whatever. But all of these characters have established templates.
Before seeing this movie, I would agree with you. After seeing it, I think that there was something here. Like there was something here. It just didn't get executed. It just didn't get executed.
We're saying it right now. He played it safe. Superman was straight up just Superman, the way we needed to see him. Lex Luthor, other than him being like really petty, like a spoiled child and very mouthy, they hit it right on the button. Lois Lane, literally everybody came right out of the comic books. The ones that did it, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl. The characters that have a backstory because of the cartoons, but are pretty much clean slates that you can fuck with. Look at Guy Gardner. That guy, he didn't even go with Hal Jordan, and he's writing the entire fucking script. You would never start a franchise with just this dude unless you were going to replace him. Yep. You know what I mean? You're literally going to replace. And then Mr. Terrific, probably the best thing out of this whole film is Mr. Terrific.
So
we've never seen that dude other than the cartoons.
Yeah, we didn't get enough. We didn't get enough of him. I do have a follow up though. I want you to follow me really quick, Chris. So the reason why I asked that question, right, is because if you were Warner Brothers, right, and we've already talked about how important this movie is to Warner Brothers and their future, right? Do you think it would be? Would you, if you were like the head of, if you were David Zaslav, and you're looking at this movie that could possibly save, your company or whatever, would you not give a phone call to somebody at Rotten Tomatoes like, yo,
make it look good?
Chill out.
Yeah, make it look good. Please help us out.
Be cool about this.
And the reason why, you make a good point, because the numbers aren't there right now. You know what I mean? Like for those numbers being so high, the box office numbers aren't really giving the same vibe.
It's not giving the same vibe, bro.
Yeah, and that's literally basing it on numbers and facts. Right now, they're at half of what they need to make to at least break even. That's horrible because they've already released.
No, they're not. They're at a quarter.
I was trying to tell Derpy about this, and I was like, look, you have to understand, this is without emotions connected. 200 million that they made, 217, let's just be nice, 217 million that they made globally.
They need to double that. They need to double that
just to break.
No, Chris. No, that's wrong.
Oh,
they need to double that just to be halfway to breaking even.
Yeah, you see, that's even worse to tell me, dude. Because
they're at a quarter. Just listen to me really quick. They're at a quarter, just so that we understand what we're talking about here. They're at 217. Mm-hmm. I think the production and the marketing was anywhere between 400 to like 450 million combined. Yeah. And as a studio, when you're making a movie, you have to incorporate everything, the marketing, when tallying how much money you're bringing in to breaking even. So if you add the production, you add the marketing, you're somewhere in the 400, 450 range. So which means that they need to double that just to even be remotely close to breaking even. And then anything above that is profit. And
I was trying to tell Derp, I was like, hey, you know what really hurts this is knowing that they have a global release and there's nothing in this film that's bad. So that means they released to China and it's still not breaking numbers. China should have saved this fucking film. We talk about that all the time with the Marvel movies when they're doing shit in their skulls.
Do you really think with the climate of the economy right now that China
it's Superman? It's like Michael Jackson. Like if Michael Jackson went to China to
but listen, he's still gonna make Chris, money. But understand what I'm saying though. Just take a look around, just culturally, what's happening around. I don't know if China is rushing out to see an American movie right now. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't know. I the way I look at it is it's like like I said, Michael Jackson is a really good interpretation of this. Justin Bieber, the Ice Speed, the kid that's a YouTuber, goes to China, literally breaks the internet Everybody in China is super excited. So knowing that, yes, there is this like this idea that the China and American economy and all this shit is all blasting at each other.
I'm just asking, don't be surprised. Like you're acting surprised that China's not bailing us out. And I'm just like, yo, like just check the temperature, bro. Like it's kind of wild out there. I
would say we'd have to look up the number. Let me see what the Superman.
So while you look that up, I just need you to understand, like you're gonna look that up, and for me, it's not gonna matter because we don't need China to bail us out because like we have movies that make money and without China's help, and it's been like that for years. So whatever number you come up with, it's cool. But for me, the stats came out, and I think it was 68% male went to this.
Yeah, you were telling me.
So like the fact
7 million from China.
Got it. So
that's a good number.
So you're telling me is that you couldn't get you couldn't get the women to come out to watch this movie. Why? Like that's an issue. When you have something that's successful, that's when everyone is coming out to your movie.
Yeah.
And
it's a good family movie. You would think that female kind of
bringing their kids or
bringing their kids and dates and everything. This is a good movie. Like us critics, fans of the comic books wanting a specific thing, we're going to tear this bitch apart.
Yeah.
But the normal everyday person is just going to be like, again, this is where I told you the difference between the Fantastic Four and Superman was going to reign. This is bad for Fantastic Four releases.
I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say you're Matt Reeves now.
Yeah.
You're Matt Reeves now, right? And you're sitting back and you're looking at these projections. And I'm sorry for anyone that's a Superman fan, it is going to be damn near impossible for this movie to make a profit. There is no way. They need to make like 800 to 850 on the low side to make a profit, just to break even.
And that's hard because, and that's sad because
it's not going to happen.
It needs for it to be successful. Like,
but no,
you know what I mean?
No, I think at this point, WB has already come to terms that they're not making this money back. It's not going to happen. Dude, so they're probably okay with somewhere like I heard somewhere like around the 700 range. Is if this movie can get around the 700 million range, they would consider that okay. But it's at that point, because then at that point you're only losing out on 200 mil. Like you lose 200 mil.
That's cool. Like 700 million, like that's a good number to be like, hey, we can be reasonable with that. But on the highest selling moment, on one of the biggest IP superheroes in the world, they've only smashed on opening night or opening weekend 200 million. Like,
yeah, but Superman, dude, Superman doesn't sell. Like we forget that when we get in these conversations.
That's rough.
Superman doesn't sell, and he never sold. And like, let's not like. I just don't want it to get confused as to putting this on a bigger pedestal than it needed to be. Like Superman doesn't sell, so like I'm not gonna fault this, this movie for that, but for what it was, and again for all the bickering that was happening, I don't know if this qualifies, I should say, as something.
Well, you were telling me what was the number for Man of Steel?
It was okay. So they made 116 opening weekend. And just mind you, so hear me out, all right? Everyone, you might view this as hating, but this is just a fact. So in 2013, when that movie came out, they didn't tally the previews, the Thursdays and the ones that came out super early that people got to go to. They didn't count that towards the first week's box office. Now they do. So that's one thing to take into account. And then also inflation. If they made 216 and this Superman made 122, they're damn near close, if not this one behind a little bit.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, even with the idea of like you looking up the name or the Man of Steel opening number, which was what?
116.
Yeah, Batman versus Superman, which has the both heavy hitters in it, made 166 million opening. So mind you, that's only a couple million more, not even breaking 2. You know what I mean? And you're looking at 2 of the biggest IPs. Like,
I don't think they're gonna, but like
biggest in history.
But when it comes to Superman, I don't know if Batman v Superman qualifies. Like, I think I think that they were only judging it based off of like Superman solo movies, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah. But no, I mean,
Batman sells. So that's
Yeah.
like fucked up to put this included in this conversation because
Mhm.
that is the reason why Batman was in that fucking movie. It's because he sells.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's fair to
Yeah, because
put
it's a shtick, right?
Batman.
It's a shtick.
I don't think that's fair. That was a cheat
Well,
code.
check this out. Justice League, 98 million opening weekend.
Again, this is an ensemble. Like this is Justice League.
Yeah,
If
but with that idea,
but you can't do that, and that's again, I see that a lot as well online as well. If you're gonna compare, that's the reason why they're comparing it to Man of Steel because that is a solo Superman movie.
Yeah,
you can't.
The reason why I'm saying this, right? It's not because I'm trying to compare it to like apples and oranges. I'm saying like we're looking at the idea of what would bring people more in. Like, let's say you have Superman, that's a shtick audience. A couple people like him, a couple people don't. Yeah. But then you bring Batman in, and that's a whole other audience that likes him and Superman likes. Of course, people don't. That's like double the opportunity to make more money. And it made a little bit more. But then you look at the ensemble of the Justice League, which is all these different characters put together that everyone likes a good amount of each one of them and has their own crowd. And it makes even less money than the individual character. So like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to compare them, but I'm saying like, okay, in the sense of us wanting to make more money, you would think, well, let's put as many of these superheroes as we can, because that means it's going to draw in a bigger audience.
I don't understand why they spent so much money on the marketing. I think it was like almost they made a fucking a movie record with how much money they spent on marketing. Can you look up how much money they spent on marketing for this movie, Chris?
Marketing. Well, I was looking up also just to kind of go back. I just want to kind of guesstimate on these ideas of a number. The Superman Returns movie made opening weekend 52.5 million.
That's
so it's always been in this like low number individual.
Superman doesn't sell. We understand that. Like I told you that. Like he doesn't sell. Just look up for me really quick. How much Superman 2025? How much was the marketing for this?
Marketing?
Yes, the marketing budget
for this movie.
For Superman 2025, please. Because I don't understand them spending that much money and having these results. Something's off here. I don't know.
The Superman
exactly.
movie in 2025 had a reported marketing budget of 100 million. Some sources also suggested it ranged between 100 and 200 million, which makes more sense. More sense. 102 million. You know what I mean? According to the Daily Planet, DC.com, this spent combined with a production budget of 225 million means Warner Brothers Discovery invested heavy in the film.
How much?
Well, it's 225 million, and then between 100 and 200 million. Yeah,
and they're saying it's probably in like the 245 range.
Derpy bounced out. He didn't want to talk stuff. Sorry, Vince. I know you were waiting for this.
Oh yeah, sorry, Vince, man.
But we're here. We're still talking about it.
Chris ran off Derpy, bro.
No, we didn't run him off. You know what? Like, and it's like I said, like, you know, I think, and it's understandable. I like Starship Troopers, bro. No one likes that shit. I don't give a fuck. People say that movie's stupid as shit, and I love the fuck out of it.
Yeah, but you have to be objective about it as well. Like,
yeah, of course, you have to be.
Not everybody's gonna like it.
Yeah,
not everybody's gonna like it, and I get that you're like a desperate fan, but some people just aren't gonna like what you like, and that should be okay. And we should be able to talk about it and say what you liked about it and what I didn't like about it.
Yeah, Derps, as a matter of fact, what was it? It was Venom, right? Because they brought in Null for you, and it was fucking trash, dude.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do?
For me, it was Thor: Love and Thunder, and for fucking Triggs is gonna be.
And I champion that. I champion Love It. I had to come in here. And just take the abuse for like a year straight.
Yeah, dude,
from you fuckers. And that's about fucking Love and Thunder. I had to eat that. Pause. Like I had to sit there and take those hits.
Just eat it. Yeah, and I love that movie. I not love it, but I love the story of that part of Thor's life.
Yeah, and that's your shit. Yeah,
and that fucking movie was bad, dude. And I had to eat it, but it's like we tell Trigger's gonna have to see that shit when Secret Wars drops.
But you at least for you didn't like it. So I mean, I didn't like it either. But like I was championing Taika Waititi, and I don't know what the fuck happened.
And he dropped the ball. It's just what it is. But I don't think he dropped the ball as a creator. I think he dropped the ball because he got chauvinistic.
Oh yeah,
he just kind of let it get to his head or whatever.
But
boys, yeah, Starship Troopers. That's my motherfucker. If I'm drunk, I'm quoting every fucking line of that movie all day long.
Okay, so what exactly do you have to be drinking to get drunk enough to watch Jaeger?
Yeah, Jaeger bombs all day.
Pulling the Jaeger out the fridge at the freezer, bro.
It's gotta be. It has to be cold as fuck.
All right, question. Yeah, are you pulling out the freezer or is this just like room temperature cycle?
Nah, fuck no, dude. You'd be fucking shitting yourself all week. Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, making sure you were in a cycle. Okay.
If it's necessary, then you drink whenever. But if it's not necessarily, you're trying to relax and watch.
I don't give a shit. You better put an ice cube in there, bro. Don't ever drink warm fucking Jägermeister in front of me. I'm gonna call a cab home or a Uber home, bro. I'm out of here.
Vince says he saw the movie 2 times. Nice. And he says he rated it a 3 out of 10. And some good and some bad in the movie. I wouldn't say
what?
That's hard though, man. You saw it twice.
3 out of 10?
3 out of 10. Vince, you were with me when I almost.
Vince has a fucking Superman costume on in his fucking
in his picture.
In his pic, bro.
Yeah. 3 out of 10. He hard.
3 out of 10 is crazy.
I think Vince wanted. I think Derpy wanted to spar with Vince when it came to this
film. Oh, that's why Vince asked what happened. He was looking for the fight, bro.
Yeah, Vince wanted to get him.
Vince,
you know what? Like, again,
I'd like to see that.
There was a lot of things in this movie that kind of like, I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense.
All right, but we established that, and I think we're entering in the territory of starting to nitpick, and I don't want to do that. So let me ask you a question. From what you've seen, I think the bigger question, the most important question out of all of this, from what you've seen in this movie, are you looking forward to a expanded universe? Are you ready to live in this universe and start your DC universe adventure at this starting point? Like, are you comfortable with what you've seen?
I don't think this is Iron Man good.
Okay.
I think this is an
Iron Man was slept on. I mean, nobody liked Iron Man until later on. Mind you, it didn't make
shit. But you can go back and watch my podcast, and I told people the reason why Iron Man was good, and I knew it was good, is because when they released Disney Plus and all the movies and all that stuff, Iron Man 1 was not there. You could only watch it on DVD. You could only buy it because it was so fucking good. Like, it was a good, solid, well thought out, methodical movie to land something that people were going to want to see.
Okay.
And Robert Downey Jr., again, this is, I think I told you this when it came to the Ironheart thing, is that
it's not a cheat code though, bro. Like, you don't think, all right. And I thought about this, right? And listen, I'm not going to shit on,
Iron
Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah.
I'm not going to shit on Iron Man.
Yeah, of course not.
Don't you think that was a little bit of a cheat code getting Robert Downey Jr., bro? Like, honestly, and I don't know if you even realize this, but like, as
he was made for that role
at the age that we are, like the 40s and ups, like Robert Downey Jr. like does it for us for our age like that, because we grew up with him. Like, we saw him.
I'll be honest with you, he wasn't all that great for me when I first he was good growing up, and then he had his big problem, and then he came back and did a couple of films.
So for a long time,
Holmes was pretty good, but that was after Iron Man.
Yeah, he got that because of Iron Man.
But I never saw like Tropic Thunder and all that shit. I never was in that range.
I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that he's good, bro. Like,
he came from a generation that we missed.
Yeah, better than good, bro. And but it got to a point that we only knew him of being the fuck up. And so we put him in that category, but it was almost as if like we knew not to play with that boy. Like, he might be a fuck up and he may do some wild shit, but put him in front of a fucking camera.
Yeah, and he'll still take it.
And he'll do his fucking thing. So I think that's kind of like a cheat code, bro. Like,
I think no, but that's the thing. That's, to me, David Cornsweet, right? I think he knocked Superman out of the park. The relation, and then the Lois chick, him and her, they're so fucking good together. Like, you could put them in a rom-com and I'd probably watch it and enjoy the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they have a good relationship. That is perfect casting. The guy for Mr. Terrific, perfect casting. The guy that does Guy Gardner, not perfect casting, but fun.
I actually enjoy
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner more
He's
than
funny.
I
He's
thought it
funny,
was.
and I think they did well. But the thing
And
is,
see,
like,
that's James Gunn. Like James Gunn is good with those kind of characters, like those kind of offshoot, offbeat,
100%.
weird characters. Like he's good with that. Like
but that's
where
the thing is, he's good with those characters, but he surprised me with the Superman and Lois guy.
Okay.
Like he really surprised me with that because I didn't expect. Again, I told you I got emotional on the part when he goes home and he's with his family because James Gunn knew that made Superman. Like those homely moments, the moment he's sitting with his dad and he's having like father and son moments and very family oriented. He knew that even though he didn't want to do his shit to fuck it up. You know what I mean? True. Like he nailed that. And again, I don't feel this is a great movie, but I think it's an okay start to kind of meet out what needs to be meted out the rest of the way.
So you're on board. You're on board. They did
a little bit
for you to be interested because
for the character of Superman, for the character of Lois, for the character of the parents, I'm on board for that. Even the Mr. Terrific, the Green Gardner, Guy Gardner guy, and somewhat of the Hot Girl. I thought they were really stupid the way they wrote them when they were in the fortress. The Hall of Justice was so dope to see live action. Yeah. Like it was so cool to see that shit because that was like, you know, Justice Society, Super Friends, all the old school comic books. It was so cool to see it. Like we've never seen that. We've always seen like a Bat Cave or a Bat Factory or some fucking weird place. We actually got to see a Hall of Justice. That was so
we
dope.
did. Yeah.
Like that was so fucking dope. And then they're just in there being a bunch of cunts, dude. Like all three of them. Like just thank God when Lois walks out of there, like Mr. fucking Terrific walks out and puts his Fair Play jacket on. I was like, damn, that's like for a cloth right out of the comic book.
Yeah.
Like he looked fantastic. But like Hot Girl was annoying. Like Guy Gardner was really good, but man, like he's a lot to take in the first film like this. He steals his show in some parts.
Yeah,
like,
he does for me.
Superman. But if you go back and you watch the animated film War, I think it's War, and that's where they established the new 52 Justice League, and he's playing the same guy is playing Guy Gardner. No, he's playing Hal Jordan, and he's talking mad shit to Batman and Superman the whole time too. Like he's just like, oh fuck these guys, I could take them, and then boom, Superman comes in and starts whipping his ass, dude. Just whipping his ass.
Let me ask you a question. So I've been reading over the comments. Vince has been going in, but this is a question that I kind of want to pose to you. Vince said James Gunn needs to fix the suit more. Superman, not a Guardians of the Galaxy suit. What were your thoughts of the Superman suit for Mr. Cornsweat?
I don't want to be, I'm not going to be picky about it because it's the same thing like the Century suit, right? I don't want it to be like shiny and fucking metally looking. I don't want it to be spandex. I want it to look like it's a suit. Okay. And I like the idea that they're kind of taking some type of like inspiration from the Man of Steel, Kal-El and Jor-El outfits that have like the lines and and you look at them and they have like badass padding lines and things like that. You break it down when you get closer to it and look at it. Yeah. But I understand where it looks loose and it looks like almost like a racing suit.
Yeah,
like
but did it take you out of the movie at all?
No, fuck no.
Okay, good.
That was cool. It was Superman. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, okay, cool. Blue costume, red.
I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, I think a lot of noise was made when the suit was first revealed. Remember when everyone was talking shit about the suit? But when you watch the movie, it doesn't like we don't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Again, we have to remember that this is the first film of supposed to be a long franchise, and this gives us the opportunity for a lot of growth in each one of these characters. What's up? Superman was trash. Funny old dude came in throwing.
Wait, hold on. Wait, am I tweaking, bro? Did you answer the question about Matt Reeves? Like, would you involve your Batman with?
No, you'd have to pay me a lot of money, bro. Like, I think the Batman was written better and more. I don't know. Well, you know what? Like, I wouldn't mind seeing the Superman and Batman character with the Superman with a better writer. If Matt Reeves wrote their connected story, I would rather see that rather than James Gunn.
But then that Superman is gonna be damn. You're gonna
he's gonna be emo as fuck.
Yeah,
he's not gonna be all homely and shit. It's hard. This is Superman. That's the thing about it is Superman's character in the comic books and everywhere else is such a stickler for being just a nice person that no one likes to read or write about him.
Yeah.
No one likes him. I love him. I think comic book characters like that are needed in a society.
Yeah.
Like in our society nowadays, we need real heroes. I don't need a group of 5 dudes giving each other therapy sessions. I don't need that shit. The Thunderbolt, I don't know how the fuck the Thunderbolts are going to do anything regular in any of the other situations with like a Darkseid or a Thanos or anything if they're hugging each other to fucking solve problems. I don't know how the fuck they're going to do anything.
That's what they did.
Yeah, dude. I was like, fuck, dude.
I do honestly think that there's no way if you're Matt Reeves, you would have to back the Brinks truck up for me for that.
Honda, you got to tell me, bro. You got to tell us in the thing. I know you say Superman's trash, but give it to me, bro. Put it in the comment, man. Let me know. I got to get your idea on it, man, because it's important. It's important. Me and Brian have been talking about this being like needing a foundation to build everything else. Because again, Superman, the actor, did very well. I liked him on the bed at the end. Like talking how what's the cousin Kara comes in and she's all like smashed out of her mind, and he's just like, oh, that's my cousin. Like,
but see,
he sounds like a normal dude.
But do you understand how someone can see that as contradictive? If I'm asking you, if you're Matt Reeves, do you feel confident including your universe with this and what you just saw in the numbers? And you're telling me hell no, but then you're telling me that it's this positive thing. Like, if at this point, if you're Matt Reeves, you just got to pay me. I would do it, but you would have to pay me like a lot of fucking money.
But Matt Reeves' Batman's already established, and it's way darker than this movie gets. Like, again, Lex Luthor, who's supposed to be this like most maniacal villain, and I was kind of against the idea of seeing him as the major villain in this, because where do we go from here for Superman for a villain?
He's not gonna run out of. He's got plenty of villains, bro. He's not gonna run.
Name one. I mean, other than Darkseid, because Darkseid is a universal character like Thanos. Like, name
literally anyone. You can have him go up against a government. Like, that's the.
They already did that.
That's the in previous.
No, they just did it with this one with the 2 countries. Everybody was all like, "Oh man, I can't believe he tortured that guy."
I guess what I'm saying is you can prolong that. Like, that could just be it, or another Zod, or literally any of the DC Doomsday. Like, you can go in any angle that you want. I don't think he'll run out of villains or things to do. I'm not concerned about that. I think
there was a part of me kind of at the beginning that I was like disappointed that Lex Luthor was established so soon in this character. I wanted him in the story, but less.
And he can come back. You act like he's not dead. Like, you can have another movie facing Lex Luthor.
A lot of people, again, if they don't read the comic books, they don't know. But Lex Luthor and him kind of have like this bromance going on, which is kind of established at the end of the story, where Superman's kind of like debating with him more than fighting.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like, he's not even trying to like hit him, and then the dog comes in and fucks him up, right? But like, the one thing about Lex Luthor that I did not care for was how petty they wrote him. Again, the gun scene was really good.
Okay.
The throwing your ex-girlfriend or dudes that cross in front of your car or whatever in a pocket dimension was stupid as fuck.
Didn't work for you, huh?
Nah, the other thing too was the fucking pin, the knocking the cup over. Like, I get the first time he smashes it.
I like that part.
And then he'd pick it up again, and then he just tips it over again.
That was James Gunn. Like,
that was
the James Gunn shit I liked, bro. Like, yeah. I enjoy James Gunn.
You liked all the little things and shit?
That was James Gunn. Like, the part you're talking about smashing the cup just to make somebody do, like, you're so pissed you just want somebody to do something so you knock something over. Like, I enjoyed that shit. Like, I think I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like, that's one of the things I needed more. Like, I would have just rather them just went full blown James Gunn, bro. I think I would have had a better time personally, bro.
Can you imagine if we would have got fucking?
I would have just had a better time sitting there. At least it would have kept me on my toes, bro.
But we wouldn't have a good Superman.
That's debatable. I would have probably liked him a little bit more.
I don't think it works. I just don't
think Superman. Fuck it.
I don't unhinged Superman.
That's the
one that got shot. That was the dude. That was the dude that got sent into the other multiverse.
Yeah.
Again, the clone. I thought that was corny. I thought that was so fucking corny.
Yeah, I think you just gotta let that one go, bro.
Of course, again, it's not the fact that the clone thing doesn't work. It's been established, Bizarro, and they don't even do anything with Bizarro, and they have such a great setup for it.
I think we're getting Bizarro. I think that
how?
person
How do we get Bizarro when
so,
they're just
okay? So that clone is currently in a black hole. I don't think that's the last time. Okay, we don't know, but but what I will say is that I don't think that'll be the last time we will see him, and when we see him again, he'll be Bizarro.
I see, and I don't think that's what they're gonna do.
I 100% believe that's what they're gonna do.
I think they purposely called him Ultraman because they're gonna do a Tale and Two Crisis.
I as far think that they did the entire black hole scene because they want to turn him into Bizarro later on down the road.
What do you mean?
That's where I think. I told you. I think the entire because like the black hole scene came out of nowhere. There was no explanation of the black hole. It was just told to us in the moment, and it was just a black hole. And now we have a black hole in the Superman movie. Yeah, I think they shoved that in there, or they made the black hole storyline just to get us Bizarro in the future.
John, my boy John, super important. John, tell me what you thought of the Superman movie. It's what we're talking about right now. We're talking spoilers. Yes, yeah. John knows, man. We've been fucking DC fans and all that shit for years, bro. Years, man, years. I really think that they specifically put it on purpose that they calling him Ultraman and they send him into another universe or another black hole because they're going to establish the crime syndicate. And the reason why is because there's two stories in two recent. Well, of course, he's turning into.
I hear you, but he's turning into fucking Bizarro out there. I'm sorry.
I just don't know how, because you remember how, and it's good that you say that, because I remember when T-Spheres, Mr. Terrific comes in and goes, oh yeah, that river, don't touch it, like it'll fuck you up in a heartbeat or whatever, right? And then everybody just jumps inside of it, starts fucking swimming, and nothing happens. And again, he gets like super close to the black hole. They're being pulled in, right? And he calls the Crypto. You know, and then Mysterio, or what's his fucking name? Metamorpho grabs him and pulls him. He's got the baby, and nobody's, again. If I don't want to be a stickler for shit, but when you get close to a black hole, there's a thing called relativity, and it fucks with time frames. It would have been cool if they pulled him out and something changed in the environment.
All right, so I'm telling you, you have a whole full-blown clone that's entrapped in that what you just described, and that's how we're gonna get Bizarro.
Yeah, no.
Like,
but
they're literally
he didn't fall in the river. He went into the black hole, which is the tunnel that just to get to the portal. So he just goes into another place. Like, it's another dimension. It's not even like, I would understand if he went into the water and then like disappeared and you never see him, and the water's like pixelated. So maybe that's what like cracks his skin or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 and 2 is like, I would try to, like, my brain works that way. But if he just goes into another black hole, I'm just gonna be like, oh, he just went to another dimension. It's another dimension.
All right.
Like he just went into another dimension.
Yeah,
he didn't go into like the pink shit, right?
He got sucked into the black hole as far as like as far as I remember is how much energy I was gonna give it at that point. But yeah, man, I think that's I honestly, if they do give us Bizarro because of that, I think that would be their best bet. I did not think John would put that. I did not think John would put that. That's crazy to me. But I mean, yes, I agree with him. But that is crazy. Because again, John, I've known him. We've known each other our whole lives. Yep. And John is a huge DC fan. Kind of like Derp. Like Derp, he goes out there and he's like, yo, I love this shit. Like, I'm about it. And even him, like, that's crazy that he's like, I don't recommend it. It's an okay movie, but like, and it's so fucked up. It's like, it's so fucked up because like if you say anything negative about this movie, like me,
people trash
like, you. I think that I have been extremely fair in my assessment of this movie on this podcast. Yeah. If you say anything negative about the movie, bro, you're just like a hater and shit. Like, you can't have objective opinions about something. Like, something can't have shades of gray.
There's a lot of shit going on nowadays, man. And that's what I was saying at the very beginning. I'm like, I'm so tired of like not being able to just talk Facts. And it's okay to debate and say what you do and don't like. It's like, I like lasagna. Some motherfuckers don't like lasagna. Like, I get it. I'm not gonna be like, well, fuck you, man. No,
but I think that's healthy, being able to talk about that shit. Yeah, like I will give Derpy or Vince or John, anyone the space to say whatever the fuck they want, and if they liked it and whatever. I'm not gonna judge anybody, and then I should be given the same respect.
Yeah,
you know, and we should just be able to agree that, all right, it worked for you and it didn't work for me. Like, that should be okay.
Like, again, the movie, 100%. If you have kids, go take your kids, go see this movie. They'll love the shit out of it. It's a great kids movie. Great kids movie. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing disgusting. There's nothing implied. It just sits right. But there's parts of this movie, like I said, that James Gunn comes out and says, you know what, I'm not going to act like the audience
there's
is
not
dumb.
Too much thought put into this.
Yeah, there's not. And again,
Just
like
deal with it.
One of the biggest things that kind of pissed me off, I had two major moments. For Lex Luthor being the smartest man on the planet, why would he put Metamorpho, who's that emotionally unbalanced, in the same room with Superman? And he's not an evil dude, and then fucking shoot a guy in front of him knowing that he was going to be left there with Superman.
Okay, hear me out.
It's going to be a hard sell, Brian. I'm going to hear
me out.
Very hard
I'm going to sit here because I've realized that I'm just going to have to defend this movie. It is what it is. But hear me out. It kind of was a smart idea. It just didn't work.
Yeah,
like, if you were gonna,
the smartest dude on the planet, would assume.
So this is my thing. Even a bigger picture, like why all of this was done was so we can get Superman out of the picture, right? Like, yes, you have disdain for him, but your objective is to get him out of the way so that you can create your own utopia and live free, right? So and do whatever menacing shit that you want to fucking do. But the thing is that it just wasn't executed correctly. It was a good idea. You put the motherfucker in a box with a person that could turn himself into fucking kryptonite. He's fucked up. You can't do nothing. That's a good plan.
Yeah,
but
that's a pretty solid plan.
You just were like, and that's where the comic book aspect comes into play, because that was some comic book shit as to why he got out of there.
But that was such like I'm gonna drop you in a pit of laser. I'm gonna drop you in a pit of water with sharks with lasers on their mouths or whatever. And it's like, bro, just shoot him or kill him. Just get rid of him, bro. Like, just fuck him up. Like, first off, why would you stack a bunch of like windowed boxes on each other with people that could hear each other talk?
This is cool.
Yeah, because it looked cool.
Like, no,
bitch, put Superman like far the fuck away. Put that
stuff him in the closet. Yeah, just get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, just stick his fucking hand in there. Don't let him talk. Just to have his.
No, you put him in there with the guy that has his kid being kidnapped by you.
Emotionally, so like
easily manipulated. Yeah, now he's easily manipulated. So now you can get the fuck out.
The fucking funniest part to me was like I was sitting next to my brother Bobby, and he leans over and goes, "Do you think that's like plexiglass or what?" Like, and in my mind, I was like, "But don't ask me, dude. Get the fuck out of here!" Like, of course this motherfucker's gonna get out of class.
Yeah, so you went through the trouble to getting Metamorpho. Now we're just hating at this point. But anyway. You went through the trouble of getting Metamorpho to turn himself into kryptonite, but you didn't think to make some non-punchable glass based around him?
Fucking A. I'm just saying, bro. Like your
so just on the off that he's able to talk this emotionally unbalanced motherfucker off the ledge. We surrounded him with some shit that he just can't punch through.
Yeah. Or fucking cover his eyes before you shoot the guy that gave fucking Superman a halal sandwich or whatever, bro. Don't fucking give him earmuffs, dude. Like, don't let him listen.
You gave him an ambition to get the fuck out of there. you gave him a reason. You put a battery. So that you're a battery in the back of Superman. Yeah, good job.
That was the wildest fucking. That was so. And then like the guards that are blocking these motherfuckers are so far away, like. This is the dumbest
thumbs up their ass. They have no idea what the fuck's going on. They have a full-blown meta-human breakout of the worst kind.
Yeah.
You don't want this motherfucker loose.
I like that the whole entire scene there was like everyone was just normal human beings, and then you put two fucking metahumans in the room and shit goes wild 20 minutes later. And they didn't expect that shit. They did not expect
all the
that shit.
people to get loose. You let the wrong motherfucker out.
You let the room the dumbest motherfuckers.
You let the wrong motherfucker out, bro.
But you see, like that's what I'm talking about. Like we watched that and we're like, that was a stupid fucking plan, Lex Luthor. That was dumb as shit. The monkeys thing, I wasn't even upset about that because
that's what W was talking about earlier.
I figured because I showed the picture and it kind of clicked after. Yeah. But it was so good because I think he heard, and again, this is what I was talking about. James Gunn, even though for whatever it is, like he at least somewhat listens to the fans when it kind of pops off in some way, and he deals with it, and he saw it. And I think when all that shit popped off, when a lot of people are like, "What the fuck?" The idea is,
I'm gonna cut you off really quick, Chris. Yeah. I don't think that he deleted it or modified it. I don't think he shortened it at all. I think that was intentionally and always, as long as it was supposed to be. Just whoever saw it made it a bigger deal. That's what I think.
Because that was the same thing that they said about the Viltrumite thing. Remember that? And then remember we remember
and we freaked the fuck out. Yeah, we were talked about it and freaked the fuck out, and it wasn't.
But remember that right after that, we heard that there was a huge argument and there was a bunch of reshoots for Superman. Yeah. Like, so it was around that time too. So we can, and again, this movie does feel very like
choppy,
right? We're talking about this.
It does.
So, and that's the thing. I don't think that the beginning was supposed to be that way. And I think that there was just too late in the game for them to kind of switch it up. So they just did with what they did. And I think it was cool. Like they made it work for what it was. Again, for us being critical, might not work for kids, young people going in there. They're gonna fucking love this shit.
No, you want to hear something, baby? You want to hear something, bro? Before I walked into the movie to watch it, I saw a family, and again, it was a father and his two sons, and they were walking out. And as I passed them, I'm like, the youngest son had a Superman shirt on.
Yeah.
So it was obvious where they came from, and I was like, "So how did you like it?" And all three of them gave me thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I'm walking in like I'm about to see some like fuck
shit.
The Rotten Tomatoes and all the reviews. I just literally got some regular fucking people give me 3 thumbs up. So I watched it, and I was like, "It's probably me."
And it's got to be because again,
it's me.
If those kids gave you a thumbs up, that's more important to me than anything.
It's just me, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine admitting that I'm probably just jaded myself to a certain degree, and it just wasn't for me.
Maybe it's because we have expectations. That's just what it is. We have expectations because we have so much knowledge based on this character for so long.
Yeah,
and we all have our own interpretation of what we believe the character should envoy and do and things like that.
Yeah.
I think for what it's worth, like James Gunn had an image or a vision. He approached it. Was it great? No. But again, like your experience with those 3 kids coming out, thumbs up, everyone excited. Like he hit it. He hit it somewhere. There's somewhere in this.
It landed. It landed somewhere.
Like there's going to be kids running around wearing capes, sticking their hands out,
doing all Superman.
The good shit, dude, doing all the shit that we as kids, when we would see this, we'd be uninspired. Like maybe if we were back to being like, 10, 11, 12 years old going to go see this, we might be fucking enthralled and super excited by it. But us as adults, of course, we're expecting more and and
we just have so much content on the subject.
Yeah.
We literally almost every other decade of our life there was a form or iteration of this character. We haven't gone every 5 years without some type of representation of Superman. So we have a lot of content to base it off of and engage an opinion about this character.
And now it's a good idea to think about. Do we think James Gunn and the DC Studios nailed a proper representation of a Superman for this generation right now?
I'm the wrong person to ask that because I'm not. This wasn't my Superman. This wasn't my Superman. I can't answer that.
But like I said, like I don't want you to answer it as thinking it's for us.
But
Like,
you're
for the
asking, no,
younger
but you're asking.
generation.
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
but
Like,
for this
yeah,
generation coming
I
up,
can't. Again,
think-
I think.
I think
yeah.
it's okay. I think it's good.
Yeah, no, I can't answer it. I'm not saying it is or it's not. I'm just saying I can't answer that because I have no fucking idea. I couldn't relate to it. I do know from what you
Those
said.
three kids did.
You so eloquently described what that was. It's like, yeah, it's not for us, but it probably hit that family, and you have to acknowledge that. And I do.
It's so
I do.
cool though. Like we've talked about this with many films and studies and stuff like that about how sometimes these studios come in and they have like a target audience design.
Yeah.
And we never really hit it. Like we never really get to see it in full prime example. And I think that's a really great example.
I mean, we got our fix. I mean, I know it's been years, but
Yeah.
I mean, Endgame and the whole arc of Tony Stark, like, it's not like we didn't get anything. Is what I'm saying.
No, of course not. No.
You know what I'm saying? We got our fix, but
what I'm saying is like the
it's
other
just a
stuff
weird
where there's
time,
always
bro.
like demographic choices, right? When companies make demographic choices that they're trying to be like my biggest one was like Miss Marvel, right? When I went into it, I went in so hopeful because the comic books, I wasn't that disappointed with her. You know, I thought she was cool. Kamala Khan, still a great character. I think the actress is amazing. I think for what it's worth, I think it's kind of one of the better of the series that have come out in the last couple of years. Yeah. But like every time that I approached it and I was kind of like, well, I kind of didn't get that vibe. And I think you would be like, oh, it was all right, but I didn't get it either. And then we'd be like, well, we're not the target audience or whatever. And that was kind of like the biggest excuse. And we were just like, well, we wanted to though. Like we wanted to enjoy it.
What's wrong with that though? There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. And I don't think
everything's not gonna be for us. We're gonna get some
not.
shit. Yeah, we're gonna get some shit.
But I think that's a great way to look at this. Like, was this a Superman that he was creating for everyone to need to enjoy? Or was this his representation of a Superman that the generation that's upcoming needs?
And that's where the numbers comes in because there's an answer to that.
Yeah,
the women. He didn't capture the women audience.
But I think it might be because of his reputation himself. They don't think he's gonna make a good kids movie. Can you imagine if we were like, "Yo, James Gunn made a cartoon for kids"? You're gonna be like,
all right, but then after seeing it, I think he can pull it off.
Oh fuck yeah, I think he pulls it off pretty well. Because
I just need a better script. That's it. Again, there are some things that he was cooking with here. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but it just something somewhere just it wasn't executed. So I don't know if he gets a better script. If he can hire someone to do the script, do the story, do the screenplay, and he just execute it, I think he'll be fucking fine, bro.
There was something about this movie, and I think it was like towards the end of the film where like, how did you feel about like the Lex Luthor needing to get like the Lex Varia, or when he wanted to get a whole country and be a king and all that stuff?
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
How did you feel about that?
It didn't make sense. Again, it was another storyline. It's like this entire movie was a bunch of storylines woven into each other with like a short amount of time. So it was just another aspect of this movie that didn't hit as much as they thought it was going to.
So Vince Weaver's like, I'm gonna go watch Man of Steel to get the bad taste out of my mouth.
So yeah, so Chris, let me ask you: would you rather watch Man of Steel or would you rather watch this movie?
I would, in my opinion, I'd rather watch this one.
Okay.
I was not a big fan of Man of Steel because I was
watch it and say that this is a better movie.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's a better movie. I just don't like the unbalanced emotional Superman that they created in that film in the Snyderverse. Okay.
So then what was the best?
That's it. Like that's it. There's nothing against it.
What was the better movie? What was the better movie?
Man of Steel, story-wise. No, I'm not gonna lie. You know, but again, like it didn't make any sense at the very beginning. You would assume that a government, being intelligent, would not just hire some random dude with no background check just to be a security guard at a alien spaceship recovery center. Okay. You would assume that they would be like, nope, only like the top elite, top brass can be here. And they just let fucking Henry Cavill to just get a job after working at a diner. So like, I don't even know how he did that shit. Never really explains anything. And then Lois is just Lois doing Lois stuff.
Lois shit.
Dude, never really explained that either. She's such a hard ass. And then all of a sudden, like, My heart. I'm sorry, Vince. I don't mean to do that, but like, didn't it ever kind of come to terms and be like, why did fucking Zod and that chick need Lois to be the representation of humankind when there's like presidents and all these other people that are like, decision making? They chose the chick from the Daily Planet.
I think we're starting to get into the nitpicky part a little.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Can you imagine? Okay, look, watch. Fuck them. Let me throw this out.
Of all the characters in the Superman his world, right? The second biggest you would have to think is Lois Lane, right? You would have
no. We're talking about the world building as a world.
Okay, so then
just put it in our universe. Think of any news reporter and imagine a whole group of aliens coming down, and that's the motherfucker they want to talk to.
But that's her role. That's what she does.
Well, that's the role written in the story, but just common sense wise, what do you think like the UN or the world or anybody would do in the Vatican or whatever? Would they allow that one news reporter to come and fucking talk for everybody?
No.
They'd have to need a leader of the world, or at least leaders.
You can't think too much. And I think that's where the disconnect from everyone is. You have to you're thinking way too much into this, and I think that's what my problem was, right? Mm-hmm. Where my disagreement is with a lot of the fans is that I had to turn my brain off in order to somewhat enjoy it. I couldn't think too much. There wasn't much to think about. It was all just a mashup of random shit. So you there was nothing to put together. Like there was nothing to hold on to, is what, going back to what we were saying before. Mm-hmm. And so it was just like you just had to turn your brain off and just enjoy it and just go along for the ride at that point. And I don't like my movies like that. So that's why I have a problem with this movie.
No, that's understandable. One of the things that kind of took me off of this movie that didn't make sense, and then all of a sudden I just had to accept it, was the kaiju thing. Like beforehand, when we were assuming what the kaiju thing was, it was like, okay, some intergalactic creature or some kaiju comes in, Superman's got to defend it. And of course, I think we talked about it too, where we were like, oh, okay, well, Superman's going to find a way to capture it and then take it off to a zoo, or like the way he kind of was, the way they wrote him. And I really appreciated that that's how James Gunn wrote him, where he was like, oh, we got to take this character out and then I can take him off planet to another dimension or whatever and leave him there, because that's what Superman does in all his media.
Okay.
No matter what. But how the fuck did those guys get it? And how the fuck did it grow that big in a night?
At that point, I was full blown.
What was it?
Just whatever it is. Like again,
it shouldn't be that way.
Again, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm not saying.
Why did it save the squirrel? What I'm saying. That's what you asked me.
I did. That was behind closed doors
because you were mad.
But I do think, but I do think that is nitpicking though.
That's not nitpicking. That's like it's a good question. It's a good question. That's
it's a good question, but it's still the two things can be the same.
That's necessary to understand the character. That's character building. That's like in The Incredibles when he saves the old lady and then takes the cat out of the tree. Like, does he need to do that? No. But he takes the time because he cares, right?
I'll say that I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say that.
But I get the reference. If James Gunn was doing it to give reference to
I'm not gonna
the Green Lantern squirrel. There is a Green Lantern squirrel. I don't know if you know this. Like I don't know if you know this. There is a squirrel in the Green Lantern.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was reference to it, but again, why was the little girl, after the kaiju had been stomping around, standing next to all of those explosive tankers?
Yeah. Like,
why was she just standing there? You know, the one from the trailer that Superman saves?
We talked about it earlier. There's no sense as to why she's just walking aimlessly.
Dude, that was to me, that was just wild. And again,
but again, these are the things that are in the trailer. So like, that's where I'm gonna issue a little bit of pushback because like we knew this was in the movie. If we had a problem with it, we should have had a problem with it before.
You know what's even crazier is the trailers were literally the whole movie. Like the first half of the movie were almost all the trailers.
I don't know if I agree with that.
In the trailers, it shows the landing.
Yeah.
It shows the chicken Antarctica.
Okay.
It shows the fist of Bolivia or whatever they call him.
Yeah.
After that, it shows him going to work.
Yeah.
It shows him interacting with Lois Lane.
But it makes sense though, Chris. Like, I'm gonna stop you right there. It makes sense though because there's so much going on in this movie. They could afford to show you the first 30 minutes.
Well, they showed us like the trailers.
Else.
After I saw it, I was like, wait, are all the trailers just the first part of the movie? Like, I was freaking out in the theater.
There was a lot going on in this movie, and I don't think that they spoiled the movie with the trailers. I don't think so.
Look, check Vince. Again, a person that knows the comics, he's a fan of the character. He may not be a fan of this film, but he understands the character through the comics. Says what makes this a bad Superman is the father saying to kill and be king of Earth, then Man of Steel and all the other movies and shows show him to be good, not evil. We literally just talked about that. That's like yeah, and that's a good point to make because again, James Gunn took a chance, tried to be a creative,
he did.
Tried to change the story on his own, and he fucked up. He and it's okay to establish that.
But then I'm gonna combat that. We just had Derpy on here earlier that said that this was he said that this was what, as a desperate DC fan, this is what he wanted. This is what he needed. So what do you say to those people?
I think it's fine. Like I said, I don't think it's a horrible beginning.
Okay.
But hashtag sorry Derpy, yes. Hashtag sorry Derpy. We miss Derpy. Hashtag we miss Derpy. I don't think it's a horrible beginning. I think there's a lot of opportunity for recovery. I think James Gunn went out there and proved that he's able to do something that's against the norm of what he normally does.
Okay.
And from here, he'll sit down. Like you said, he'll talk to Matt Reeves. He'll talk to all these guys. Caesar, what's up, my boy? Says Superman was absolute cinema. He has his kids. He took his whole family. Like, again, a family man.
Okay.
Let me know in the comments what you thought. Caesar, put it out there. Just write it all out. Really appreciate you. So, yeah, I appreciate Caesar and his opinion on this too. So it's like my boy John. Like, he knows his stuff.
Yes.
He loves the comics and he loves all the stuff. So, yeah, I think for what it's worth, the story might have been a little weak.
Okay.
Like yourself, you said the James Gunn stuff worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought most of the people out there too, there's a lot of people out there that are saying it was a little too much, but not in a bad way because the kids love it.
Yeah.
So those are small things that he has to fix that aren't even that big. And once we start establishing the entire universe more, we're going to get more space to mess around. I think he threw a bunch of stuff in there because he doesn't have a lot of canvas to play with. And he wants to establish all of these things first so that way they can expand. We already heard Guy Gardner is going to be making an appearance in the Green Lantern story.
Okay.
We know that Kyra is going to be the next film, or Kyrie, the Supergirl film. We know that she's supposed to be fighting Lobo, which is going to be the Jason Momoa character. In our brains, we're like, well, how the fuck does that work? Because Jason Momoa's character Lobo's in space all the time as a bounty hunter. Well, Superman goes out there and in verbatim says, oh, she's always going out into space and partying on other galactic bars or whatever. Boom. Yeah. Puts her in the middle of the cosmos. Now we have a Guardian of the Galaxy film. We're going to have that intergalactic space and all that shit, just like all the Nowhere Head and all that stuff from the Guardians films. James Gunn's going to get it. You know what I mean? We're establishing the Justice Gang. I think it was so funny that he called it that because we're eventually going to get the Justice Society, the Justice League. Superman didn't really care for these guys and knows that they need guidance. Okay. And then at the end of the film was like, yo, you guys help me with this country that's fighting each other and I'll go take care of Lex Luthor, establishing the fact that he's making like the Justice League Unlimited, where he's going to have a bunch of heroes, not just like the set number of Justice League members. There's going to be people that are going to be established. Like sooner or later, we're going to see, like in the next couple of films, the Hall of Justice as a meeting place for all the metahumans. We're going to see it that's why that big room was established that way. Is I think that's going to be like that one world that the prison that they were in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. and you just see all the security guards and everybody kind of like just in this like lobby. It's gonna be like that, but with all the superheroes all dressed up, just there. And then it'll be like, all right, team 1 go that way, team 2, and everyone will separate and do their own thing. I think eventually we're gonna get that kind of stuff, but it's gonna take. We just don't have.
And you're excited for it. You're excited from what you've seen from this movie. You're excited for.
I mean, who wouldn't be? I mean, again, the story might have been weak. Kids loved it. Family people loved it. You know, they loved it. All I got to do is quell my emotions of being picky. Let the next film come out and let them cook a little bit more in the universe. Okay. All we got to do. I've heard cool things. I mean, the coolest thing I heard this past week, and I know you're not happy about this. I haven't even told you, but there's been bigger talks of Grant Gustin maybe being the Flash in this universe.
What makes you think I wouldn't care about that? I think that's cool. I just don't.
Cool. I think we talked about this once, and you were like, "Bro, if I want to see his ass, I'll see him on the CW." And
I was gonna say, like, it's not like I'm gonna cream my pants over it. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. I think that they could use him.
Dude, 100%. Can you imagine if they brought him in? Yeah. And he brings all of that fandom. Like, I mean, it may not be really big, but I think his Flash works marvelously with this Superman.
What do I know? I liked Ezra Miller's Flash. So, like, what?
I think he was all right, too. Yeah. In the films, he was good. I know the Flash movie was kind of oof. But, like, in the Justice League films, the Flash was amazing.
Yeah.
But Grant Gustin from the CW, like, I think he works pretty solid with this universe. It's just as quirky and weird, and as CW, he has all the other shit, and I think it works. I think it works. John says, "Oh, look, Caesar says, man, I missed a bunch of these. Sorry about that, boys." Caesar says, "Mr. Terrific was it was fucking shit up." Yes, it was. He had like a whole Yondu scene that when he was doing that shit. I just thought the Guardians when he's going through the ship with Rocket. Remember, Rocket's in the base and in the center of the console, and Yondu's just he gets the new fin and he just starts fucking everybody up in the ship.
Yeah.
That was 100% that scene. It was good though. Vince said, "I took my mother to see the movie and she didn't like it too." Damn, that's hardcore. Sal says, "I really hope they don't bring Matt Reeves' Batman into the universe." Sal, please, you have to elaborate on this. You have to elaborate on that because we just talked about that right now. Caesar said, "Yep, my kids loved it also. Guarantee they're going to love it." John says, "James Gunn has his signature dick jokes. There was a reference to Yondu's arrow with Mr. Terrific." Yep, just said it. "And Guy Gardner forms Thor's hammer. This is more Guardians of Metropolis." Oh, I like that. That's a good point. Making a good point. Getting a little too close for comfort to the Marvel Universe shit. It's a little too referencey. You got to be a little bit more established on its own. Caesar says 10 out of 10, which he gave a better rating than Derpy did. But again, different experience. Father of 3, 2. So he says Superman is better than Man of Steel. And Sal says, "I think he would be a great addition." That's Grant Gustin. And John says, "I am in full support of Grant Gustin Flash." Damn, that's crazy. I like it, man. It's so good. Yo, I'm really digging that they allow us to put the comments like right on the screen. Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
That's super cool, man. That's super cool. I
wish I still had the fucking access. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but like I don't have access. Like I would have put all of those up. Yeah. I do listen. Although I do like Ezra's version of the Flash, I enjoyed it. Again, I understand I have a really weird taste, so it is what it is. But but like if Grant Gustin, like we've had this conversation before, dude. Like if he comes over, I'm not gonna say, "Oh no, he's gonna be a shit Flash." No, bro. Like he's got his chops, bro. So bring him over. Fuck it. If it makes it better, why not?
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good. I think he'd be pretty cool. Or if they decided to go with
somebody else. Yeah, if they got a new guy, I'm good with that as well. I guess that's where I'm at. Yeah.
I kind of like, even though I wasn't a big fan of it, when they're in the Hall of Justice and they're establishing all the characters of the Justice Gang, I really I wasn't really hyped about it too much because everybody acted just like a piece of shit. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, these guys are supposed to be heroes. They're supposed to be selfless. And here they are being like cunts.
I would kind of push back that not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I did anyway. But that kind of explains like they're I don't know what the
Energy?
exact word is. Like they're cynical, but they're cynical people like living in today's like they kind of had an aspect about them, and I will give the movie some praise in this regard, is that the all the superheroes had an identity to them,
100%.
whether it was explored or not was something different.
Each one of them is unique,
but they're unique, and that showed.
Yeah,
and I think that's where that is.
Yeah, I think 100% that's important, because if we're looking at anything like a Justice League or Society or even Justice League Unlimited, you're looking at people that are like 30, 40 characters in. Like, how do you establish each one of them to have a different personality?
Yeah.
And I think James Gunn did very well with giving everybody their differences. And at first I was kind of like, man, these guys are all fucking assholes. They don't want to help nobody. How are the heroes? But then again, it's like, they're kind of hired muscle by the Maxwell Lord character.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like, okay, like they're establishing this guy, a little bit of sprinkle. James Gunn really taking care. Peacemaker, just fucking throw him in there out of nowhere for no fucking reason on a sitcom or TV show. Like, yeah, I mean, I was all right. Like I said, I think Lex Luthor, for what it's worth, was okay. I think they need to make him less wordy and more confident. I guess more confident in his nature of being like the smartest motherfucker on the planet.
Okay.
Like there was something about him that I just didn't feel like he was.
I would disagree. I think one of the things they did accomplish is they did execute just how smart he.
No. We just broke him down to the boxes and the gun and the killing and metamorpho. Like we just broke
I
down
know
how this motherfucker was.
That like I said, like it just wasn't executed correct. Like that's why it didn't make any sense, because the entire movie you're explaining just how smart he is. He's been studying. They've been telling us he's been studying Superman for 30 fucking years. Bro.
Yeah, but it's never established that there's even.
He's
30
sitting
years
there. He has this plan in place that he's been perfecting for 30 years that he almost executed. Like he had it all down. The one thing, and this is where the writing from James Gunn doesn't make the one thing that he deserved to slack on was the most fucking Dr. Evil shit, where you just put him in some shit that he can get out of if he just talked his way out of it.
No, but even with that, like I know that we're talking about him being established as like the smartest dude on the planet, but his workers and everybody else with Mr. Terrific is like, this guy's a fucking
exactly.
idiot.
Look how he said it.
Him an idiot.
This motherfucker made portals.
Yeah,
fucking Lex made portals.
But they wrote him as a complete dumbass in like all of these parts.
And then the one thing that he just did not think to do was to, when you finally catch the motherfucker, to put him in something that he can't get out of.
Yeah, 100%. And then not only that, like there's the scene at the end when he's like, open the portal, and the guy goes, whoa, you can't do that because of this and that. And it's like, he's literally telling him, you can't do that because you're going to destroy the earth. And he's like, well, it puts Superman right here, doesn't it? And it's like, but you're going to destroy the earth. He even says something that the factor of like, where do we land when there's no planet? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of things that you would think that Lex Luthor would be like, well, if I do this, yeah, like I'll fuck up my planet. And maybe I shouldn't do that because I don't
place that on Nicholas Holtz. I place that on the writing
itself. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like they need to establish a more like thorough Lex Luthor. Okay. The cartoon does that very well. Whenever he comes with the plan, he only gets foiled because the team comes together and fucks him up. Not his entire roster around him telling him, don't do that, you're going to fuck up. And him be like, why do what I want? And then he just fucking does some shit. And he's like, I got these monkeys in my fucking basement typing in shit because fuck that dude or whatever. Like it's a bunch of petty shit. It's a bunch of weird petty shit. And then he throws, mind you, he throws the girlfriend in the boxes in this portal dimension or whatever, and then says, that's what you get for fucking sending nudes to your boyfriend or whatever, and doesn't even realize that she's like sending him all the information that he has in the background. Like you would assume that he would instantly see that shit and be like, this fucking bitch just screwed me over bad. No, he was just, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many weird like MacGuffin shits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Again, at that point, it is what it is. I'm already here, so we're gonna ride this out. Yeah,
we made it. Yeah. I forgot. I even saw someone say Bro, what did he need that other fucking country for if he could just make a country in that other dimension? Like, he has a whole dimension. I was like,
again, one of the things that doesn't quite make sense is like he's this smart. I guess on the bigger picture, right? So piggybacking off of what was just said about that, he's this smart and his ambitions are to do what? It's to
so lazy, dude.
So like, weird. What are you trying to do? Like, that's
twirling his mustache.
Like, wait, we're going through this whole journey because you want to do what?
Yeah, it was weird.
So I was just like, all right. And again, like, I can't say that out loud because then I'm a hater. But to me, that's what it felt like. It was just like, I don't understand these aspects. And there's a lot of aspects that you have a problem with that I don't necessarily do. But when it comes to something like that, like what the whole plot of the whole
movie is in general,
I'm gonna have an issue with that. Yeah. Now I feel like you're yo, listen, you pay anywhere between $15 to $22 for a ticket, right? Just to walk in the motherfucker, just to walk through the front doors, you gotta pay 20, you're 22 in the hole. Yeah. Then if you want to fucking, let's say you're with a date or you're with somebody or you're with your family, so now you're buying like $40, $50, $60 worth of fucking popcorn, and God forbid somebody wants a fucking one of the collectors popcorn shit. That's an extra $40. Then when you get in, you're sitting through 30 minutes of previews just to see what the fuck you want to see.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm asking is you just give me a competent story, bro.
Yeah, make it worth my time.
Make it worth my time, bro. Yeah. I'm like $60 to $100 in a hole to sit here.
And this is
don't just give me some bullshit that I have to turn my brain off of and just is brains null scumming, like, you know what I'm saying, like numbskull sucking shit. Like, just give me some other shit.
It's really weird because it's like you said, like for you going in and going through the movie, like you kind of have to just turn it off and just watch it for what it's worth
and just say fuck it, I'm here. Yeah.
But the first 5 minutes are established that you can't turn it off. You have to use your brain to really think about this history and no origin story, because you need more information to be able to turn it off and be like, oh, okay, cool, I get it. Like, fuck them up. Like, you can't just be like, oh, fuck them up and be like, well, why are they punching each other? And be like, oh, he flies. That's not enough. Yeah. Like, and that's my biggest thing is there's just not enough backstory. Again, we didn't even talk about, like, I think you and I talked about this. There were moments where I was expecting the fucking clone to yell out, "You took her from me, Obi-Wan." He really looked like Anakin, didn't he?
He looked like Anakin.
Like a buff-ass Anakin. Oh, and let me ask you, this is just, we're about to end the show. We've already made it to the 10:30 mark. We're good on this shit, or the 11:30 for you. How did you feel about Lex Luthor looking like a fucking Mike Ditko fucking calling out plays? Yeah, it hit a B4, 17.
But see, okay, so that kind of goes off of what I was saying. It's like, it shows just how ready he was and how smart he was. He was able to fight this dude by playing like Battleship. Like, this motherfucker was playing Battleship while he was fighting Superman, right? So I think, again, that goes into the establishing just how focused he was. And so that kind of takes away from that when you're telling me that the one thing I think someone that was that prepared wouldn't have had, like, stuffing him into a box under those situations was ridiculous. And it's asking a lot of someone like me that does want to use his brain when I'm watching something to just overlook. It's asking a lot of me.
It's a good question. Javier is like, but why would a clone of Superman need someone to fight for him? But it's the joke of, well, I kind of was born yesterday. The born yesterday joke from Ultraman, or what is it? Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like this goes off of the idea that Lex Luthor establishes the idea that he cannot fight Superman barehanded, and he needs the tools there to fight him, which is why I established. So this is going to go off of the idea that one of these days we're going to get the Lex Luthor in the armor, and he'll be beating his fucking ass like hand to hand, and he's gonna be kicking the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Like that, you can see that's a good setup. That's a great setup.
Yeah.
But like, I like how MacGuffined it was at the end when it's like all of a sudden the cameras are floating around and Superman can see the cameras around him, and then the dog just starts munching them on him, and they're only like what, like fucking 10 feet from each other. Like, had that been there the whole time, where like every time they're fighting, these like football-sized cameras are flying around him, like recording him?
I guess. I mean,
because that's what that movie is telling me at that moment, is like every time they fought, it was Superman and Ultraman and a bunch of cameras around him. Because when the dog starts eating them, and he's not flying around far, right? Then that means like, and then he just starts fucking losing the fight. That's weird, right?
I mean, I'll agree. To one point, he did get his ass kicked a lot in this movie.
Straight.
I don't know,
but he needed to be able to visually see at all the different angles to come up with the attacks.
True. I don't know about the cameras. I didn't think about the cameras.
That's kind of weird, though, right?
It didn't cross my mind. No, not really. Like, I just thought, like, I'm confused. Like, are you saying that we weren't supposed to see that, or like everything's under the cameras in this world, or what are you trying to say?
Like it establishes at the end that there's cameras, and then that's the whole thing. It's a whole plot of the story where he's dog attack, and then the dog starts fucking it up, and then he starts changing the fight. So that establishes that during every interaction that he's had with this clone guy, those cameras would have to have been in the same shot at all times. So I was kind of like, wait, what? Like in the stadium, the cameras were there, and that's how he was calling out numbers. And then they're like, but we never saw them around.
Okay, got it. I see what you're saying now. I was lost for a little bit. Okay,
so that was kind of like
for him to call out the plays. Basically,
he needed to see it at all the different angles.
Got it.
And that's what the jobs of all those guys were, where they were all looking at all the different cameras. Remember, oh, my camera's cut, and then everybody's freaking out. Yeah. So they established it as a major part of the event by changing the time. They changed the event of the course.
I think being that Ultraman and the engineer was there, he has eyes there
because of the girl, right?
Yeah, I think
the nano machines or something.
Exactly.
Shit,
right? Like I think that's how I took it. I didn't think too much into that. Like I get where you're coming from, but I think just because they were there, it just in my mind, since my mind was just turned off, I'm just going with it. Just, fuck it.
My mind wasn't. I was trying to think.
He can see over there because they're over there type shit.
And then what did I need? I needed you to explain to me the fucking the nano machine situation, them flying up into the air and coming back down.
Yeah,
once you established that, I was kind of like, okay, I'll take it. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I didn't mind that either. It played into it. They touched on it just enough, I guess, to make it work. I don't have issues with like things like that.
Yeah. Me, it's continuity. I kind of get weirded out by that's like Titanic, and then you see the plane flying above in the background, and I'm like, oh fuck, there's no planes during that time, assholes.
Yeah.
Like, Vince, that's a really great comment. That's super positive mindset to have on this film. He says if they fix the suit, they fix the bad Minecraft CW CGI, and get better script for next, I might be on board. I mean, they're good.
But that's the thing, though, Chris. It's like with these numbers. Do you know what that says? It says that we're always gonna be here. We're not going anywhere. We are,
and it's okay because it's always been that way.
But listen, what I'm saying though, like we are always gonna be the fans.
Yep.
Because the same amount came out for Man of Steel. So like,
and then it fluctuates.
That's
with all the
it.
other ones too.
Yeah, like we're it. So as long as we go out,
support the film.
Yeah. It's obvious that they're not able to pull in other people. So it's us. It's up to us if we want this. Yeah, if we want this, it's gonna be in our hands. Because if they lose our demo, like if they lose us, they're fucked.
What? Let me ask you this before we go. Last question. Swear to God. Where does this put you in regards to what we're gonna see with the Fantastic Four coming up?
Well, I will take this time to pop my shit and say that I called it, that Jurassic Park was my pick for
you're not wrong.
The summer blockbuster. I'm gonna take this time to say I was right.
And a lot of people saying that it's a bad movie, dude.
I haven't even seen it.
It's still killing it.
Like there's a high possibility, and don't get me wrong, I think Superman suffered from Jurassic Park, but there's a high possibility that Jurassic Park could still end up being $1 billion fucking movie.
I think it does.
It's halfway there in its second week.
Yeah, because with that kind of movie,
Chris,
can
this is only its second week, bro.
Yeah, and it's 580 million up, right? Or how much
Dude,
is it?
Yeah,
it's huge, bro. It's huge. It's huge. That's crazy, and that's because not even fucking with you. You see, Jeremy, my man, Jurassic Park was meh. Derpy called me 20 minutes after he walked in, and he walked out of the film and was like, "Yo, I left my dad in there. I'm not even gonna watch this shit." And Derpy, being like a guy that loves movies and all this stuff, like he straight was like, I thought it was bad, and I was like, "Well, shit. Like, hey, it's good, bro." Soups was all right. Did you get to watch it already, Jeremy, or no? Let us know in the comment section, man. All right, so I guess we're here for the final terms, right? Final judgment, I guess you can say.
Well, I think the next week's this movie can't fall. They need to improve. They can't even they can't even afford to have a similar box office next week.
Yeah,
like it can't go down. It has to go up in order for this to even have a shot. Like they've already said that they're only targeting 700 million.
So anybody in the comment sections, real quick, you know, anybody out there, let Jeremy know what you guys think of the Superman film in the comment sections. Don't be super mean. Like, you know, try to be at least acknowledging, because Jeremy, big fan of the comics, just like myself. We've had him on the show before. He's a good man. Let him know what you guys think. He still hasn't seen Superman. Should he or shouldn't he? And then Brian, I mean, you're absolutely correct. The box office numbers need to be there for this to be a successful franchise, for it to even hit the ground running and at least have a jog, at least have a mile jog to make it to the next finish line.
No, what it's showing is that it's doing the exact same fucking thing that Snyder did that got him kicked the fuck out.
Yep. It's hard, but this is someone that's there with the main guy running this. Like, he's not just Zack Snyder, where he's just a director that's hanging. Yeah. This is a dude that's supposed to be sitting up there as like a CEO or SEO or whatever he is in this company.
But see, that's what makes Kevin Feige a fucking gem. Because he can just be the just be the face.
And the dude from what's his name? The Star Wars guy, Dave Filoni. Yeah, and Favreau.
But like even that is kind of dicey because they're creators. Filoni is a creative. He's a creative dude, so it's gonna get dicey at some point for him as well. I firmly believe that if you're a talented creator to that magnitude, to the people that we're talking about, you should stick to that, bro. Like you running
step out of the way, get out of the road,
bro. Yeah, get out. Ryan Coogler is like the best of that. He's like, I'm gonna get in, get out with this major
IP
studio IP. I'm gonna make my own shit, get a little bit of money over there, and then just get in where I fit in.
Yeah,
like don't do too much.
Is it know my road or stay in my lane?
Bro. Like don't let like and Ryan Coogler is he could do whatever the fuck he wants right now, bro. Ryan Coogler can get any fucking gig he wants right now. Or if he wants to sell his own shit, he could sell his own shit to anybody right now off of Sinners. Like that was massive.
Yeah, that was absolutely correct. It's got a good foundation right now for Sinners.
Huge and that is a huge win for creatives. Like that is like the story to like model your shit after, bro. Like that is some inspiring shit. This guy being the vain guy that he is at times in this run, I saw more of James Gunn than I did of David Corenswet, and that's a problem.
Excellent. So, what would you give this for your rating? I haven't even asked you from last week when we talked about
it. If I'm gonna rate it at a 10, I'd probably give it like a 6.57, depending on the day you ask me.
For me,
6.57.
For me, I'm gonna be hopeful. I'll probably give it a 7.5, close to an 8. I know that the story's not good, but I've seen worse in other franchises, and I've let it go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And for it being, I know it's a weak entrance for them starting something, but
it's
compared to the other stuff that DC's released in the past, I think this is a good start.
Okay.
I think it's a better start than most. You know what I mean? Like it gives.
And that's all that matters at the
That's
end
all
of
that
the day.
matters.
That's all that matters.
And you know what? Like, if it's anything that it's doing, it's given DC some hope, which is what Superman's all about.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Hope. So, yeah, 7.5. Vince Weaver's like, I'm gonna change it to a 2. Damn,
I'm
man.
so glad Derby wasn't here, bro. Like Derby would have lost his shit today, yo. Because Vince was in here.
No, I mean Derby. I feel bad. I didn't want him to jump.
Yo,
off
Vince just said that he would have rated it 2 out of 10. You don't think Derby would have blew a fucking gasket?
No, well, Derpy, you know him and Vince, they always get into it, so that's kind of
awesome.
funny. I was kind of hoping, I just didn't want Derpy to get. I didn't want him.
You
to
did it. You pissed him off, bro. You scared him off, bro.
Nah, I didn't piss him off. I think he just, he's standing on his love, man. He loves it. He really does, and I agree with him. He's cool. Like I 100% respect that. If he doesn't want to be in that, that's fine. It's not for everybody. I appreciate him, and we'll have to catch up with him next week. He was like, "Yo,
next week
I'll catch up with you guys on the Fantastic Four shit."
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna rip ass in the Fantastic Four.
Okay,
shit.
so real last
know
question: Fantastic Four, will this make more money than Jurassic?
No, none of these movies are gonna make more than Fantastic Four. I guarantee you're gonna have a less.
So Fantastic Four has the biggest,
bro. Donskis, even lower than this movie. I guarantee it right now.
I'm still holding on to Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park
kills it. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm probably not gonna watch it. I think it's probably.
But I mean, for this summer, like which movie is gonna win this summer?
100%. Jurassic Park. Yeah,
okay,
Jurassic
Park. That was my question.
Fantastic Four is gonna. I'm telling you, more than likely, Fantastic Four is gonna do worse than this movie.
No.
100%. 100% that they're gonna get a worse box office. Dude.
No shot. No shot.
I 100%. I don't know, man. Like this was like a straight up, like no bullshit, straight up, like kind of coming to terms with Superman should be in a comic book movie, and a lot of people loved it, and nobody can give a fuck.
You know what's interesting about that conversation is that both of those IPs aren't known to sell. They're not big sellers.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, even worse for the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic
the last
Four
one we got was from the 2000s, and no one liked that.
Fantastic
shit.
Four doesn't sell, and neither does Superman. So, like, it would be interesting to see how this plays out. My money's on Jurassic Park, bro.
I 100% agree with that. I think Jurassic Park is going to be the king of this summer, but I think the Fantastic Four, for what it's worth, does not look as entertaining as Superman did in the trailers.
Okay.
And
so you're lower than 122. So you're saying domestically, the Fantastic Four opening weekend will not eclipse the 122.
I don't think so, man. And not even to be a factor of it being worse or not. It's just that theaters are dying.
Okay, so let's make a bet. Let's make a friendly bet. Okay. The next time that I go out there, either breakfast or lunch will be on either one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins? You'll pick Superman for having the bigger box office opening weekend, and I'll take Fantastic Four, and whoever has a better number owes each other a meal.
Yeah, straight.
Deal?
Yeah, straight.
All right,
handshake.
Let's go. Let's go.
F4.
Yeah. F4.
Yeah.
Let's go. F4,
I think my call is Superman. I think it's going to have a better opening than the Fantastic Four. What else? That just brought up something in my mind. I don't know. I'll think about it later. Okay. But excited. Of course, we're going to be out there watching the Fantastic Four movie. It is what it is. Third homie's missing. Hope he's doing well. Yes, dude. Derpy left because we were talking about Superman, and it wasn't. But thanks, Moonstop, for jumping in with us, man. We appreciate you, brother. Derpy, we miss you. # we miss Derps. But yeah, Brian, I know you're a busy man. Thank you so much. I know you're usually busy on your Sundays and stuff. Anything coming up in your life, wrestling or anything that you're kind of doped out for, or no?
Yeah, I had. D was in town. D was in town this weekend.
Oh, I saw a video with him and his mom.
Yeah, bro, I was with them. I hung up with him last night.
Badass,
so I'm just kind of recovering from that because we kind of hung out a little bit.
Oof, I love it, man.
Hung out a little bit.
Well, hold on. Moonstomp asks, "What's his problem with Superman?" No, he didn't have a problem with it, but he didn't want to be here for us to critique the film.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be here to critique the film, so it's understandable.
It's cool. It's all good.
But yeah, so D was in town. You guys,
D was in town, bro. And we hung out with some of my wrestling friends, and we just hung out and watched. There was a pay-per-view, not a pay-per-view, but like Saturday Night Main Event was yesterday with Goldberg's last match.
Nice.
So
I
we
saw
all
the video, or I saw
yeah.
video.
So we all hung out and watched Goldberg's last match, which was pretty cool. Yeah, just did some wrestling shit. Just hung out, kicked it, talked the shit, kicked the shit. Yeah, man.
Good. I'm glad you guys had a good time. I'm glad he got out there and had a really good trip. Like, you know, healthy, awesome.
Yeah,
appreciate that shit. So, but yeah, other than that, back to it. Monday coming in, gym, teaching my guys what's up, how to beat fucking people up all week. And yeah, boy, I wrestled in high school. It was a great time. Yes, it was. But that's a different kind of wrestling. He's talking about like WWE wrestling. You did, yeah, Greco and freestyle and catch and stuff like that. So, but Brian, thank you so much to everybody out there that's watching us. We appreciate everyone, even to all our extraordinary listeners. Derpy, we appreciate you too. I know you didn't get to stay with us, but we miss you. We'll catch you again next week. Oh yeah, and don't forget, Brian, you owe me Arcane.
You're gonna remind me every weekend.
Yeah, I gotta remind you because you gotta get it. I caught up on everything you guys wanted me to.
That's fair. I mean, it's the right thing. I am a man of my word.
I really think you're gonna like it.
Even if I do like it, even if I do like it, there's a higher probability I'm gonna just come here and say I hate the shit just so I can fuck with you.
But you know what? I really think because it's very layered in story, and I think you're gonna appreciate that part. And then the animation's fantastic.
The animation looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
In fact, I think it may lock you down. There is 2 seasons of it, but it's only like 6 episodes each.
Yeah, and
they're broken down into 3 chapters each season, and it's very well done.
Question: did you watch what is
Rogue
it?
One?
No,
Ironheart?
Squid Games. Did you watch the 3rd season?
Yes, I did, dude. All of it.
How was it?
It was fucking good.
Was it?
It was really fucking good.
I was kind of iffy on how season 2 ended.
No, actually, no. Season 2 wasn't that bad. Season 3 ends in such a wild way, but it sets up Squid Games coming to America.
So they're going to do that? You're good with that?
And well, the actress that they chose is badass, dude.
Yeah, I know, but like
that was fucking dope. When I saw her, I was like, "Oh, holy shit!"
Something about watching that just sounds like
it's gonna be ass.
It sounds.
It's gonna be ass, yeah. But you know what? I have to ask you: was that not the best written representation of a transgender character ever, like in media?
I didn't watch the 3rd season. So
there's a character who's a transgender.
No. I know because the 2nd season introduces that character. The 3rd season is the extension of the 2nd season. I just haven't watched that yet.
That I know is dope, dude.
I remember at the end, no spoilers, but like at the end of the 2nd season, that character picked up like an AK and was just like spraying shit all over the place. I remember that character doing that. So yeah,
there's something about the way that they wrote this character that really brought in a lot of cool insight, like to this. And it's so crazy because again, every time we get it in media nowadays, we don't get it right. But they wrote it extremely well. The character has an interesting backstory and kind of opens up this whole world to it. That I'm kind of like, yo, they need to establish this character more. Like maybe we get like a cool backstory or like a cool like offset episode of just the character building up. Like it was cool. I didn't like. I don't know. Can we talk like a real quick?
No, hell no. I ain't see it yet. Don't spoil that shit. Get the fuck out of here. I appreciate you saying that ahead of time because normally you just fucking.
I'll just blurt some shit out.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. That's growth.
But season 2 was okay. Season 2 was pretty cool, and season 3 went pretty good. Being that I don't know. Like it's just it's not as.
I just wanted to know if you liked it or not. That's it. You say you liked it. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I hop off. As soon as I hop off here, I'm gonna watch that shit. So yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't as good as the 1st season.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much. But going into the 2nd season, I think it's kind of weak. Like the reasoning behind why this character came back and like all this other shit.
2nd season started off really slow, but then it picked up though. Like
all the shit that started, everything's like you start really being like, wow, the human condition is fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, it popped
off. The human condition is wild, and it gets way wilder. Like there's so many things that you're like, dude, why would you do that? Like fucking come on, man. Yeah. So I mean, they're doing something good. I think when it gets to USA, it's gonna get a little weirder. Like, but it wasn't too bad. I would give it like a 7, like a 7 or 7.5.
I'm gonna take that, boss.
Yeah, but don't forget Arcane. Try to catch it. Guys, we want to say thank you. All the guys from Twitch, thank you guys so much for jumping in too. We appreciate you guys. To all our extraordinary listeners, a 7. Yeah, Moon, you heard me. Sorry, buddy. A 7. It's okay. We can get away with it. And yeah. But thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. To all our extraordinary listeners, thank you guys for tuning in with us. We'll catch you guys again here on the Average Boys Podcast next Sunday. Laters.